Ronnie's been a loyal friend for many, many years. But the fucking guy is out of control.
Why? What did I do now?
You were such an asshole at the party.
Oh, he was.
His poem was so insulting to me that
What?
Like Beth and I, everyone at the party did a gasp. I mean, you know. So
Why was it insulting?
We go to the party, and we're having a good time. It was great. It was
a wonderful party.
I throw a Christmas party.
It was a great party. Why was it insulting? That's what I want to know.
First of all, I got to tell you something. You know, you're an older guy now. You drink and get drunk so fast.
I wasn't even drunk. What are you talking about?
You couldn't walk. You were wasted out of your fucking brain.
You're out of your mind.
I got there. Dude, you were drunk within 20 minutes of the party. But
you're out of your mind, dude.
Sloppy drunk.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
Ronnie, you were a little lit, at least. Whenever I came in.
And he falls in love with everybody.
Yeah.
He's hugging me, kissing me.
What did you do?
You're so full of shit, dude.
Ronnie.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Ronnie.
Who came over to me and said goodbye?
Ronnie, what
smacked me right on my mouth.
You did. You kept holding on to me. I was like, I'm going to have to kiss him on the lips. I kissed him
everything's
on
Ronnie.
each
Yeah,
cheek,
okay.
and now he's still holding me.
What do? Do you order a drink when you walk in and then you slug it down?
No.
What do? Do you know how to?
Do you do shots before? What do you do?
I wasn't doing shots. Lieberman was trying to get me to do shots.
Listen to me.
I wasn't doing any shots.
Your ego.
I didn't do any shots.
Your ego is out of control.
You're out of your mind.
You know, the guy,
my ego's out of control.
I'm happy for him. He's doing some appearances. He goes to these strip clubs and various clubs. And I'm happy for him.
And he's got his deals, whatever they are.
But when you get drunk, you say dumb things.
Okay.
Like, I'll give you some dumb things you said. All right?
All right.
So we walk into the party, and a couple of people congratulated me on America's Got Talent. He gets loud, and he goes, "Hey!
What?
What about me?" You heard this? Okay.
Yeah.
What about me? Why is no one congratulating me on my TV deal? I can't talk about it, but why isn't anyone congratulating me?
What are you talking about?
So people start staring and looking because they get embarrassed. Yeah! Listen to me. You're drunk. You don't even know you're saying this shit.
Okay.
You sound like a retard.
All right.
That's the first thing you do.
Okay.
And it's a faux pas. You sound like a jealous asshole.
Okay.
If people are congratulating me, it has nothing to do with you.
I didn't say anything. I don't even know what you're talking about, but okay.
Listen to me, Ronnie. This is what you said.
Right.
What
okay, I
about
heard
me?
you.
And you didn't stop. You keep going on and on in your drunken stupidity. Now, you get carried away.
Okay.
Now, then you get up and you have J.D. read the poem, which everyone was excited for. This poem, I don't remember much about it.
Right.
Some people think my boss is an ass. Some people think my boss is crass. And I'm sitting there like I'm embarrassed by this guy. Some people, in front of my wife, some people think my boss is an ass.
This is the guy who loves you.
Would you do me a favor, Robin, and explain to him that everyone kind of looked around and went, "Oh, my God."
Right. Well,
I'm not making this stuff up.
What kind of a poem is this? This is a party.
Yeah.
Howard's throwing the party.
Right.
Why do I want to hear that some people think I'm an ass at my party?
Not people that you work with. It's like people that...
Some people think you're a shit.
But why is that on your mind at this time? It's the end of the year.
Yeah.
We're celebrating a great year.
Yeah.
Howard's pulled everybody together to show the love, and you got to remind us that things aren't great?
Yeah, that some people think I'm an ass?
I felt a little uncomfortable reading it.
Yeah, I know. Well, Ronnie's the only guy who didn't pick up on the vibe. So, but it's like everyone turned to me and go, "What are you going to do?" You know, I mean, the poem started out fine. Although the poem started out, he rhymed the word night with night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used the same word twice.
Did you get the poem and read it?
And by the way, I saw the poem before he read it, and I said, "Ronnie, you've used the same word twice in the opening, and if I were you, I would strike the Howard is an ass line."
You did say it to him.
I did say it to him.
Well,
he just kind of looked at me and went, "Hey, hey, hey."
Well, he had been saying earlier in the day, remember, that ass is in the poem, you know, because everybody was saying, don't be crass.
To make a point.
He says, no. Ass is in the poem, but it's in a nice way.
You've lost it. Your ego is way out of control. Dude, humble yourself a little.
All right.
You're out of control.
All right. I'm done.
You're drinking too much? Listen to me. Look at me.
I'm done.
What are you done with? What about an apology? What about an apology? Come here. Get in here. Get in here now.
No, you're not apologizing on mic. What the heck was that?
He just left. He left. He's done.
Ron, you can't do anything right around here. You cannot do anything right around here.
It's still early in the year.
Yeah.
Perhaps you have a chance to turn it around.
I am not turning anything around. There's nothing to turn around.
Does this mark the end of your poetry career?
Go away.
Edgar Allan Schmo, I called him. I said, this is the most...
Henry Wadsworth Wrongfellow.
Yeah. I said, this guy... this guy is completely out of control. And it was offensive. I mean, I was actually offended. I was like, okay, look, I know a lot of people think I'm an asshole. I'm a controversial guy, but this is my party.
This is your group. This is your friends, your family, essentially.
Like, my parents wouldn't say to me, here, some people think you're an ass. They wouldn't bum me out. Like, why would Ronnie do that to me? I'm so good to Ronnie. Some people think my boss is an ass. Some people think my boss is crass. I don't know what happened after that. I know night rhymed with night.
I wish, we could
that you knew it was off to a good start.
JD read it again so everybody
JD,
knows what we're talking about.
JD, come in and read it again. You got to hear this. JD.
I don't have it.
Oh, fuck. Get it from Ronnie.
Come on. There's got to be a copy somewhere.
I'll go ask him. Hold on.
Yeah. Wait, you'll hear night rhymes with night.
Maybe we can get a transcription.
And what's weird is I was in the car with Ronnie when he wrote the poem. Like,
he talked about the time he found because he really needs quiet.
Yeah, he needed quiet to figure out a way to insult me. So I'm standing there with all of my friends, my coworkers.
And we're all feeling really, really good about being part of this organization.
I'll have to go back and listen to it and type it out if you want me to.
We do have it, right?
We do have it, yes.
Where is it?
I mean, there's a bit of intro because I'm laughing and stuff. JD1.
Well, we love that.
Yeah. Well, who wouldn't be laughing? Like when you read it ahead of time, were you like, oh, man, this is like...
you probably wanted to help him out, and then you said, no, I got to read it the way it is.
Well, I admit, like,
I was actually embarrassed.
I had a couple drinks before I first read it, and not everything got to me. I just wanted to... He sat me down, and we rehearsed rereading it.
And then Ronnie, of course, had to get up at the microphone and start rambling into it. And making some sort of... He made 2 speeches.
Yeah, well, you had gotten up and made a beautiful, beautiful speech thanking everyone and talking about what a great organization it is and how much everyone supports you. Yeah. And then I just wanted to say thank you because it was like a fantastic party.
Right.
So I got up and said something to you and,
Beautiful,
what you mean to all of us.
Yeah.
And then Ronnie grabbed the microphone.
Right. Ronnie's a master of ceremonies. It was too much.
And you just looked at me and said, he's undoing everything you just said.
You mean Fred? You said to him ahead of time?
Yes.
You said, hey, Ron, take the line about Howard being...
that out.
Thank you. Thank you for being a friend, as Andrew Gold.
I said, I know you're the author, and you can do what you want, but if I were you, I would take that out.
You were trying to be a good editor.
I was trying to be a good editor, and I was trying to help Ronnie out.
I was so offended.
Because we're all like smiling and Ronnie's going to read a poem, and then all of a sudden everybody just started looking at each other.
Yeah, because just the tone of it just stuck out like a dead fish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was just like, wow. Like, he's bumming me out. Yeah, Rick. Hey, Rick.
Hey, what's up, Howard? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
You got to tell on this guy's ego is out of control, man.
Oh, with the girls.
It's true.
It is.
I mean, and you can see that, jealousy is the root of all evil. I mean, I know he's been with you a long time, but you may want to watch the back of your knee in case he wants to stab you or something.
Thank God he's up front.
He was like, what about me? He goes, we walk in and someone must have said, hey, Howard, congratulations on America's Got Talent. He hears this. He starts yelling, what about me? Why is no one congratulating me?
Hey, Ronnie's here.
And he goes, I just had a meeting with Don Buchwald, but I can't talk about it. Why are you not congratulating me? I went, oh, my God. Is he following me around and going to be doing this all night?
Sheesh.
Hey,
what is he, in competition with me? I mean, what is this? He's out of control.
We got to hear that speech.
The only moment that I thought Ronnie was really funny, I'm standing there talking to Jackie Martling.
Yeah.
And Jackie comes over, and as usual, Jackie's like, hey, it's really good to see you. It's really good to be here. I miss you guys. And, what do you say to Jackie? So I go, Jackie, it's good to see you. You look great. And Ronnie's there like, he looks terrible. He's just screaming. He looks awful.
Jackie's lost too much weight.
I know.
It looks like somebody stuck a pin in it. Yeah.
But Ronnie's just, he's just screaming at the top of his lungs. Anything nice I say, he counters it.
It's like a parrot on your shoulder.
He's an asshole.
You're trying to get through the evening.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. You know who was there? Red Peters,
Yes.
And he just seemed so sad sitting in the corner by himself. No one was talking to him.
I tried to talk to him, but what do you say to Red?
I don't know. He's got that filthy, dirty mind. I go, Red, how's it going? Hey, great to be here, Howard. He's got that Boston accent.
Yeah, so happy to be here.
Yeah, so happy to be here. And I go, yeah. And then I realize I have nothing to say to Red. I go, how's everyone? How's the family? How's the whole family? How's your whole family?
And then he starts talking about some new album he's got.
Yeah. He goes, we got a Christmas special coming up. And I was like, oh, okay. I think Red's divorced. Do we even know?
I don't even know. I was...
Yeah.
I had to get away as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
That's why Ronnie was behind me.
That's why when I got up and made a speech, I go, hey, everybody, Red Peters is here. I was hoping to get someone to talk to him. He looked kind of lonely. And then whenever
I guess he didn't bring anybody. He didn't know anybody, I guess.
Whenever I see Jackie at the party, I always stop and talk to him for a while. And, it's almost like I want to shake him because he was like, hey, congratulations on America's Got Talent. And I go, yeah. I go, hey. I see you're doing well with that joke machine. I saw it was in a lot of stores.
Is it? Really?
No. So he goes, yeah, it's doing good. And I go, it drives me crazy because about a half hour after I see Jackie, for the entire half hour, I'm like, what the fuck did that guy do?
I know. Well, that's why I'm sitting there trying to think of something nice to say, and Ronnie's screaming, he looks horrible.
Well, I sit there for literally a half hour now, and even when I get home, I say to my wife, holy mackerel, this guy committed career suicide.
I know.
See, I even say, he goes, hey, America's Got Talent. I said, yeah, Jackie, I wish you were a writer on that show. They don't have any writers on that show. I go, yeah, I wish you, you don't know what to say, You were a writer. You were working for me. You were doing great.
You had a gig as a writer.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of sad when Jackie set up his joke booth at the party and tried to sell the sell joke machines.
I actually bought something.
You did. Good. Did you get a mug?
You, Fred.
I got him.
I have 2 mugs. I woke up with a hangover. I said, who
how do I get these mugs?
Oh, how do I get rid of these?
Unfortunately, I left them in the cab.
But no, it was actually good to see everyone. Good to see Jackie and the whole gang. And so JD gets up to read Ronnie's poem, and I was just like, you got to understand, normally I wouldn't care, but it's like, we're all there. It's everyone from work. We're all having a good time, and everyone's just feeling very positive about what we do for a living. And then when JD's reading the poem that Ronnie wrote, which is supposed to be funny, and funny in a bad way.
It was, but not this way.
Everyone does a collective cringe because it's like, some people think my boss is an ass. Some people think my boss is crass. Not me, And I was just like, oh, that's right. There are people who think I'm an ass.
Thank you for bringing them to the party.
And I was kind of standing proud. Like, for once I wasn't hunched over. And that hunched me right back over again. Here's JD. I don't know how good the audio quality is.
It's decent. It's decent.
J.D. Harmeyer, my best friend in the whole world.
Yeah, and I like Ronnie goes, I'm not drunk.
I told you, he's in love with everyone when he's drunk.
J.D. Harmeyer, my best friend.
Yeah.
He was so wasted. And he was wasted 10 minutes into the party. Sloppy wasted.
At the Stern Show is going to read my party.
His party.
And it's my party.
He's going to read my party.
Because he thinks it's his party.
I guess.
Yeah.
Party poem. We rehearsed it. He promised that you would read.
And he goes on and on.
This is
and
the
on.
host of Ronnie's block party.
Yeah, and you're hoping that Ronnie just will finish his speech quickly and get off, but he just goes on and on.
It the right way. He will not laugh. He will read it.
Like Beth doesn't listen to the show that much, so she was kind of like, what is this? They're going to read a poem now? I go, yeah, it's a thing from the show. It's funny. And then he read it, and I was like, well, people think my boss is an ass. And I was like, what's funny about this? I mean, I guess it is funny.
Shut up, asshole! Stop it now!
And that's when Ronnie starts cursing into the mic.
That's Ronnie's block party. That's what he does. One person says something, and he forgets the whole audience and starts talking to one person.
And he starts cursing into the microphone, and I'm like, oh, man.
You know, they say public speaking is one of those things that most people
are not good
have such a great fear of that they won't do it.
Not him.
Ronnie is the opposite.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, like, if you're at the party, all of a sudden you just hear, asshole, shithead, shit, fuck.
You promised? I asked you to do it. You're gonna do it the right way. Here's the poem. Here's the microphone. I will step back, and everybody be quiet. Quiet.
And I'm sitting and holding my head. I'm like, oh my god, what happened to this guy? He used to be a humble limo driver. He's now a master of ceremonies.
Again, like no fear.
Nothing.
Just, just goes out there and does it badly every time.
He's gotten no better at it.
And here is J.D. Harmeyer to read the holiday party poem.
The holiday party.
I don't know why we can't mic this properly. We are a radio.
Well, he was at the PA, right? He was, holding a microphone.
Just put a microphone that has a direct feed into the board. It's pretty simple. I don't know if you guys can hear this well at home, but...
Well, maybe he'll start reading into the mic.
Yeah. Now JD's giggling. It looks like Ronnie's going to smack him in the head.
All I can think of, they're making a Napoleon Dynamite cartoon.
Yeah, come on. JD's a perfect choice.
At this time every year, we have a party to celebrate our year.
Year and year, right? What is it?
Every
time of the year.
Yeah, he did. There was like a double rhyme.
Right, a party to celebrate our year and year.
I didn't expect good poetry from Ronnie. I didn't expect it to be insulting to me.
We have great food, booze, and beer, and plenty of fun and cheer. Sometimes we have a DJ. Sometimes we have a DJ. Sometimes we do karaoke. And sometimes we even do the hokey pokey. We sing and we dance. And once in a while, a jerk will pull down his pants. We look forward to this event where we can let loose and get bent. Some say the host of this party is an ass. Some people say he is crass.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you see how the audience even started to get quiet?
And I went, oh, I think I'm the host of the party. I think he's saying that a lot of people think I'm an ass.
Yeah.
Anyway, it goes on and on.
So that was it.
Yeah. JD, you can, if you can, have somebody write down the poem for you so you can do a reading here on the air. Because it's kind of hard to understand off the tape.
And then that second speech of Ronnie's wasn't any better.
Oh, you mean this?
Thank you, Robin. That was a great speech. But mine is going to be better.
He got real competitive when he got drunk. Like he was like, hey, why isn't anyone congratulating me on my TV deal? And Robin, now I'm going to do a better speech than you.
Yeah, that was great, but I'm going to be better.
Do you really think you're going to be better, Ronnie? Why set it up that way? And he already spoke.
Yeah.
It's enough. People are getting a headache.
It was actually like, it should have been done after that.
Yeah. You and I spoke. It's enough.
This is a man.
It was like Ronnie's block party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a treat.
Ronnie was the host.
Most people pay for that.
Yeah. We got it for free. Hey.
Something interesting about this
Doug
speech.
Z. Goodstein, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I went to dinner with Ronnie almost 2 weeks to the day after the party with Ganji and Richie Wilson.
Right.
And we were talking about the party.
Right.
And he was like, well, I said, we put a clip reel together. We pulled a bunch of clips. He said, what'd you pull? I said, Howard's speech, Robin's speech, JD's poem that he read, from your speech, and your speech. And he said, what the hell are you talking about? I said, don't bust my balls. Stop it. I didn't make a speech. And he was dead serious. He had no recollection of it.
So he's drinking so much he's blacking out.
And then Ganji had it on his phone. He said, Ronnie, here. So he played like 2 seconds. I said, stop. Don't play anymore.
Right.
You'll hear about it on Tuesday. You made a speech. He really had no idea.
He does a thing where he's literally drunk at the beginning of the party.
How do you do that?
I think he does shots. I don't know. I don't know.
But he's
I can't speak to what happens, but it's nuts.
All I know is he was wasted.
Because it wasn't that late.
But he functions very well. Like, he doesn't fall. He's amazing.
But I saw him kind of stumbling around.
Well, Stephanie's holding him up.
Well, he doesn't really fall. He doesn't black out. He's a party animal.
Yeah, he is.
He really is.
Dancing. Yeah. He doesn't know he made a speech?
He wasn't goofing on us, and he thought we were goofing on him.
So here he is, uncontrolled id, and he right away is competing with Robin for the best speech. Robin, your speech was pretty good, but now let me show you how.
Let me show you how master works.
Let me show you how the host of Ronnie's block party handles it.
I'm a professional.
Right.
Who took me from a limo seat. I sat in a limo, in a broken down limo car, and this man took me.
I wanted to just jump out a window.
And you know what? Like, when I was standing there, I said, everything's about him.
Yeah. I took him out of the limo, and I want to get him back in the limo. It's like taking a genie out of a bottle.
It's like, you don't know Ronnie. Ronnie used to be a limo driver.
Yeah, you don't know. The superstar you see in front of you wasn't always this man. Believe it or not, I was sitting in a limo.
From a seat to being a star right now.
Oh, boy.
Oh, he's such a star.
You're not going to believe this, but I used to sit in a limo.
You kids.
The star that you see in front of you.
This is no overnight success.
When he started yelling about when are people going to start congratulating him.
A Fox TV show.
So where is this show already?
And what is this about you? He's supposed to be saying something about you.
We'll get to it. I guess that a lot of people think I'm an ass.
I love this man to death.
Good thing I got him out of the limo. Imagine what he'd be saying about me.
He's the best. We love Howard Stern. I can't tell you how much I love this guy.
I can't listen. Can you?
I'm fascinated by every word.
Okay.
He's the best. 26 years with him. You can't be with him long enough to know how great he is. And his new wife, Stern.
I've been with Beth 12 years. My new wife. Beth goes, I'm your new wife? I go, he's wasted. And I said, he's going to keep talking unless someone... I had someone go over and grab the mic from him.
We love her to death, too. It's the best thing that has ever happened to me.
To him. What happened to him?
Nothing. Best thing that happened.
I just want you to know, brother, you are the best, man. I love you, man.
And I'm like, okay, sit down.
You are the best. Everybody, drink to Howard Stern.
Wow. He was in rare form.
Oh.
Who was worse, Benji or Ronnie?
Well, they were tied, I think.
Yeah. Benji said he was on the wrap-up show that he was going to go to the Christmas party and not create a scene.
He showed up and was a scene.
Him and the new girlfriend. It was just remarkable. Everyone said to me, go look at Benji. So I walk over, which is what he wanted.
Of course.
And he's dressed as a hip-hop guy, and he's got these 3 disgusting hickeys on his neck that, like, I mean, I've never seen anything more gross. And he's sweating. And then I go over and I say hi to him, and he's... Oh! Yeah, look at that. And he's putting on...
Oh, my God.
Look at that, Robin.
Yeah.
It's like cigarette burns.
And then he's wearing that dark beard and an outfit. And I went over to say hi to him and his girlfriend. She had an attitude. Like, she wouldn't even say hello.
Oh, no, she doesn't. I said, as they were walking by me at one point in time, I said, hey, guys, how you doing? Just looked straight ahead like, you know, she was like Arnold Schwarzenegger avoiding the paparazzi.
Are you
Benji kind
kidding?
of gave me a wave, so my hat's off to Benji.
Oh, my God. Look at that picture.
It was really weird. Dude, what were you up to? What was the whole shtick there? I didn't get it. You weren't very nice, and you.
I wasn't.
No, and you were being a bit of an asshole, actually.
Oh, I didn't mean to seem like that, but because I was happy to say hi to you, and I'm sure if she didn't say big hi to you, she was shy.
I'll talk to you off the air about your relationship.
No, there was nothing shy about.
Some real serious advice.
All right, talk to me now, man.
Yeah, that's okay.
I would like to hear it.
She was saying how nice you seemed. She was saying she loved.
How would she know? I mean, I walked
because you
over
spoke to her, even though she didn't speak to you.
You guys like sat down. It was a weird vibe there. What was the whole outfit and the getup? I thought you didn't want to attract attention, like with the rapper. I mean, you don't dress like that, do you? Normally, I mean, what was that? I mean, there was something. You were going for something.
That's me.
Yeah, right. That is you.
It looks like somebody pasted his face on a picture.
Look at him.
Oh,
I don't know. What was going on there?
What do you mean?
Did you guys have a plan of some sort to be?
Well,
like,
she did tell me she was gonna. She said she had an outfit for me ready, and that was the outfit. So
I don't know. Well, what is it? You guys have to make a statement, I guess, huh?
I thought, listen. I know for you guys, I probably would have dressed more mellow if I had picked the outfit ahead of time.
Right.
But
I know your plan was not to create a scene.
No, I like dressing up though.
Right. Okay. So you were happy.
Yeah.
All right.
Except for you guys, like, I know you guys don't like things out of the ordinary.
No. It was fine. Listen, I didn't care one way or the other. I know I went over to you guys, and you seemed to be like putting on like a hip hop, like when sometimes hip hop people don't like to talk to white people.
I was probably.
It was like you guys were, the outcast, the black people, and you were angry with the white man or something. I thought there was a thing.
No,
I was like Puff Daddy.
There was an attitude.
Yes.
They rehearsed.
No, there's no doubt that you guys must have had a discussion before. They came in late, and they sat down like at one of those tables. And
the
they sat
banquette,
alone, and it was definitely a vibe. It was almost like he was
a VIP.
It's like Jay-Z and Beyonce.
And they were going to talk to people.
Right.
It was like a funny vibe, Benji. Everybody said that. Like, you guys didn't... You stood out by just acting odd, and you did look weird.
I was all the way at the back of the restaurant at that time, and just floods of people running. Benji's here. You gotta go see Benji.
Yeah, he was putting on a whole show. So, but you were putting like most people walk around the party and kind of go, "Hey, man, what's happening? Great year." And you kind of pal around and you
talk to everybody.
It's kind of nice to be socializing instead of working. You seemed to like put up a wall, and you sat down with the girlfriend, and you had your arms folded, and you were kind of like in your own world, and like it seemed like a show to me. Am I off base?
Well, I did. Maybe John Hines suggested on the wrap-up show. He goes, because everyone says acting. I thought they were acting. I've been obnoxious at parties, and like he said, why don't you just go sit at a table, and whoever wants to come up to you will come up to you. I thought that was a good idea.
Oh, so that's what you did.
And that's how I treated it. I felt like Benji was one of those performers who gets dressed so you can take pictures of them with them at the party. Yeah. And so I said, I'm going to go over and have my picture taken with Benji.
I think it's so funny that Benji doesn't know how to, like, somebody gives him a suggestion and he just takes it all the way.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to just go to a party and act like a human.
I mean, John Hine made that casual comment.
And he goes and does it.
No, it's John's fault.
No, but it was kind of like, too, like...
I thought it was a good idea.
Like Beth
who
and I
wants to talk to you will talk to you then.
I would think your girlfriend... Like, look, I'm your boss. You'd think your girlfriend would come over, like, say something, or you would say to me, hey, Howard...
I thought I did say, it's a great party. Thanks. Happy New Year.
Did he?
I mean, he was gracious. He sent a beautiful orchids to the house and everything. Benji was a class guy, but... At the party, he was putting on some sort of weird act.
If anything, I'm a little shy around you in that kind of situation. probably also.
No, but you were doing it with everyone. Right, JD, am I off base?
Well, I'm also, because I'm probably...
What was going on with him and that girlfriend?
I don't know. I walked up to him, and I saw the outfit. I was like, I'm not even going to deal with this. I said, hello. I was laughing, like, right in front of his face.
Right.
I had to get out of there.
Right. And the girlfriend seems unfriendly, too, right?
I didn't really talk to her. I just said hello to Benji, and, you know. I don't know.
She sort of has an attitude that she's not liked, I think. Because
I don't know why.
One thing she said to me, I told you, I sat down next to her, and I said, I want a picture with you guys. And, you know, she was like, yes, and she was posing for the picture and everything.
There it is.
And then she said, thank you so much for coming and take a picture with you. I said, oh, I'm happy to. Yeah. And she goes, oh, yeah, right. Like, like that's the truth or something. Like she couldn't believe that I would do that.
She said to me right after, she said, oh, that was so nice. Like, I got to talk to Robin. She was really nice.
You got to tell your girlfriend, nobody's really sitting and thinking about her all that much. I think maybe she thinks she's like Mariah Carey or something,
I think I think you're thinking about it and getting all these thoughts in your head.
No, I mean...
we're not. You gave that vibe to everybody that was at the party, Benj.
Everybody got it.
Oddly, again, we all got one vibe, and you got a different one. We're not the nutty ones.
All right.
I just came over to say hi and see what was happening, talk to your girlfriend, say hello, and ask her how her career was going, but... You guys were definitely sending out a vibe like, hey, like a P. Diddy thing.
Yeah. It's a shame that Ronnie won't come back in.
Right.
Because I understand that there was some friction with Ronnie. I guess.
Oh, really?
I guess Benji's girlfriend was dismissive of Ronnie's girlfriend, and Ronnie got very upset.
Dismissive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. When we walked in, Ronnie started cursing at us.
You're kidding.
Yeah, and then...
But see, like Doug Goodstein told me his wife... Will told me his wife went over to say hello to them. And Benji's girlfriend put out her hand like for her to kiss.
Oh, my God, come on.
Yes, she did.
Shit.
You think Will made that up?
She definitely is a superstar, I mean,
well, she is in my eyes.
Yeah, well, not in ours.
Well, she should be. But
everybody else missed that part.
Yeah. I mean, we're just regular folks saying, hey, happy Christmas, Merry...
I'll tell the bodyguards
yeah, there's
whatever.
No velvet rope at the party.
Yeah.
There is for me.
Ooh, what's going on in the hall?
Probably fire alarm.
Yeah, that's weird. You want to read the poem?
I have. If you want me to, I have it.
Yeah. Wait. Hey, John. Hey, you're on the air. What's happening?
Yeah, John from Valdosta.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey now. Happy New Year.
Hey now.
Listen, thanks for what you did to all the fans. Just wanted to point out that you did a mini intervention with Ronnie. Thanks. He's either got amnesia or serious denial. I mean, I love him. He's like an uncle. But
he is like an uncle.
The crazy uncle.
The crazy uncle drinks too much.
Yeah, but stay with that because, I had a councilman down here who's 18. After one drink, he would become the Rat Pack. He didn't even know who they were. But he would just completely forget what he had done all night long.
Yeah, Ronnie's claiming he doesn't remember making a speech.
That's odd.
That is odd. Thank you. Thank you for the call. Yes, Dan, you're on the air. Dan Kishmer, Texas Duran from Philly. Yes, Dan. No, Dan. Okay. I'm wondering if you should read the poem before the break or after the break. I'll read it. Go ahead. Here's Ronnie's poem. It's read by J.D.
Once again.
The holiday party. At this time every year, we have a party to celebrate our year.
So far, so good.
Every time this year.
I know what rhymes with year.
Yeah. Year, beer, gear, I don't know, fear.
That's the next paragraph.
All right.
We have great food, booze, and beer, and plenty of fun and cheer. Sometimes we have a DJ, sometimes we do karaoke, and sometimes we even do the hokey pokey.
Right.
We sing and we dance, and once in a while, a jerk will pull down his pants.
That must be Sal.
We look forward to this event where we can let loose and get bent. Some say the host of this party is an ass. Some people say he is crass.
Yeah, I mean...
I labored over those two lines.
But the people at this party love Howard and Beth, because in our eyes, they are top class.
Great. At this point, I'm like, oh, this can't end fast enough.
We raise our glasses to you and cheer until we meet again this next year. So we thank you, too, for this great night. And now let's party into the wee hours of the night.
That must be Sal.
We raise our glasses to you and cheer until we meet again this next year. So we thank you, too, for this great night. And now let's party into the wee hours of the night.
Oh, God, night and night.
Night.
It was year and year.
He used year 3 times.
Night and night. Cheer and cheer all through the poem.
Right. Well, that was
He
it.
only knows a few words.
Nice read, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nothing like the holidays. Benji,
Why is it always Ronnie and Benji, though?
Yeah, Benji and
it's
Ronnie.
every year.
And they both are shocked that anyone thinks that they're weird. It's wild. You know what? I have to talk to Ronnie about. I remember when Scott, the engineer's wife, called in and yelled at Ronnie on the air.
Yes.
The two of them were dancing the night away.
Ronnie and Robin?
Robin Salem. The two of them were like
the best of friends?
Buddies.
Wow. Well, that's good because I thought there was a lot of bad blood.
No. I don't know what happened. Ronnie charmed her.
Well, that's the only one.
Hey, Scott, since I can't speak to Ronnie, can I ask you, how did your wife end up dancing with Ronnie?
Before he got drunk, he must have been charming.
And honestly, dirty dancing.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed that.
To me, it looked dirty. You know how Ronnie does that humping thing?
That grind.
How did your wife, who hates Ronnie, end up dirty dancing with Ronnie? I got tape of that. I mean, I was shocked. How did he?
They worked it out. I mean, they spoke. Robin, went up to him and they spoke.
At the party.
At the party, yeah.
Well, but I thought she hated Ronnie.
She shouldn't hate him.
But she had terrible things to say about him.
She had a disagreement with him, yes. But no, she...
Were you surprised they ended up dirty dancing together?
I was a little surprised, yes.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, no, she was, very good, and she talked to him, and they worked everything out.
Yeah, Ronnie didn't knock her up during that dance.
I was going to say, did you get lucky? She got all worked up for Ronnie, and you got the benefit?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so everything's great.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Okay. I was shocked. What can I say?
Yeah.
Ronnie working his charm.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it was Ronnie.
I missed that. I would have loved...
Oh,
I have to give the credit to Robin.
It was dirty dancing. Here, there they are.
Oh, look at them. They're hugging.
I was like, I must be daydreaming.
Wow.
I could fuck her.
Yeah. They were having fun.
I said, she hates him.
Yeah, from that conversation the other day, I thought they'd never speak again.
Look, the two of them. Like long-lost friends.
I'm being cuckolded.
And he stands around watching.
I
was enjoying the fun.
He's stealing my woman right in front of me.
What's going on?
It was very nice.
Poor Scott tries to smile through it. He's probably like, oh, I hope nothing goes wrong.
No.
Scott, did you miss a little section of your beard there today when you were shaving?
Oh, there's a big patch of hair on the side of your neck. Yeah. I do that sometimes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you miss.
Have you gone to that new look where you wear a chain on the side of your pants?
No.
Is that what's hanging off the side of your pants?
My ID.
Oh, okay. I thought you were getting stylish.
No, I don't get stylish.
I mean, because from what I remember that conversation, your wife called Ronnie classless and an asshole 2 months ago.
Ronnie, I would never want to go someplace with you.
I don't want to go anywhere with you.
I'm going to tell you something. You are, to me, a dredge of the earth.
Wow.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it coming from you.
In other words, he could be a bad influence on Scott, I think.
No, you know what? He's not the type of person I would hang out with.
Right.
Oh, who would you hang out with?
He's classless.
Right.
And then she's dancing with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. Ronnie really worked
I guess,
his charm.
she has a little blow up and then she gets over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Everything's fine.
But
I'm glad.
I didn't say it wasn't. All right. Thank you,
Thanks.
Scott the engineer. Everyone loves hearing from Scott.
Yeah, I'm glad because I felt bad that day that they had their run-in.
I guess you could tell that Scott, his New Year's Eve, I guess his resolution was that in 2012 he was going to be Mr. Personality. Yeah, I think you heard a little bit of it coming
I just
through.
came alive. Everything is all right. I'm electric. Everything's fine. No. Everything's fine. No problems. No problems. I don't think it was Ronnie.
He's fascinating.
JD. Yes. Do you feel the same as Howard?
I mean, it wasn't about me, so I can't, I don't know.
Does Ronnie take it too far? I mean, everyone knows the way Ronnie typically acts, but...
I think Ronnie meant it. Listen, Ronnie wasn't trying to call Howard an ass, but, he brought up that people think of him that way, and Howard has said he's very sensitive, so... I don't know.
You're around Ronnie a lot. Do you think he ever thinks before he speaks, or do you think he just blurts out whatever's going on in his head?
It depends. It depends. If he's drunk and, there's not a whole lot going on up there.
Depends on the vodka.
It depends on the vodka. And
vodka?
Yes. So.
While you're standing up there, you mentioned you felt extremely uneasy.
I felt, excuse me, I felt uneasy about that line for sure. But listen, I was a little lit myself. I just got done drinking 2 Jack and Cokes within an hour. So
you had a little bit of liquid courage going.
I had some liquid courage going, and I just wanted to power through the poem.
Were you ever fearful that you're sort of going to be looked at as a moron by association because you're reading a published work by Ronnie Mund? Like they're gonna blame you, even though you're just the conduit that's getting.
No, it wasn't. Nothing. It wasn't really going through. I just wanted it to be funny, funny in a bad way or funny in a good way. I just wanted it to be funny. That's all I was worried about.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
We've kind of run out of time.
I noticed that you're still very upset. You're still very upset with Howard right now.
Your point?
Well, a lot of time has passed. Usually you cool off, when people get their balls busted.
I'm cool.
But the anger's still there, the resentment for his comments.
I'm cool. He's got his opinion. I got mine.
And what's your opinion?
My opinion was I didn't try. It was nothing to insult him. Believe me. If you listen to the whole fucking poem, it wasn't insulting.
I think Howard comes down on you too hard.
It was just pointing out that certain people say bad things about him, but the people who work here think he's a great guy. But he didn't see it that way. He's seen it. I insulted him and his wife, so whatever.
Do you think there are some things you could have done better in your public speaking at the party?
No, absolutely not. I didn't do anything wrong.
What will this ride home be like today between the two of you?
I don't know. Ask him.
Well, I noticed when you went to the studio before, you really gave him the cold shoulder. Are you going to continue this?
I didn't give him the cold shoulder. I gave him his breakfast. He said, "How come I didn't come in? How come I was a baby?" I said, "I don't want to talk to you." That's all.
It's kind of the cold shoulder.
It's not the cold shoulder.
It's a lukewarm shoulder.
No, it's not a lukewarm shoulder.
It's not a warm shoulder.
It's a fine shoulder.
And if you don't have talent, he's going to tell you, like Simon.
It's fine.
Speaking of the party, look who's here, Mr. Party.
I'm the life of the party.
Night rhymes with night.
What time?
Time rhymes with
We're not doing
time.
I don't know.
Does anybody know?
Nobody said anything.
No.
No.
That doesn't mean anything.
I say no.
11:30.
If you see anybody, tell them no. Just say no to everything.
No.
11:30.
Are we having a meeting today?
I don't know.
Say no.
No, we're not having a meeting. 11:30.
All right.
Now I can go get Hammond on
Night
the
rhymes with what?
Night.
Night. My boss is an A.
I guess so.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hyde and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, we discussed how Benji was busy over the weekend at the big Anthony Weiner press conference, making a whole scene out there. Benji came in and he was torn between the fact that he hated what he did, but he loved the attention. Lisa G talked about their trip together. Steve Langford talked about how much he loved the whole thing. It was great. Here's how it went.
We're talking about the Anthony Weiner press conference for his resignation, what Benji did, and Howard's reaction to it. Do you think Howard liked what you did?
I think. Listen, I don't like a lot of what I did, and I think Howard probably enjoys the whole, all the hoopla about it and everything, and I think if you look at it like the video, it's funny. It's like there's funny theatrics to it, but I don't know how much it bothers him, but to me, it's like I don't like the fact what I did. Like I interrupted his speech. Like people are just as mad about the first press conference, but I'm fine. I did it at the proper time, and like when he was taking questions, I was told he wasn't going to take questions at this, and when people started shouting, I was like, this is my opportunity. Otherwise, I'm not going to get one.
See, I think you're being too hard on yourself. I think Howard's biggest issue is, I think, first of all, he's giving you a lot of latitude as a comedian, saying, hey, you got to try stuff to make stuff happen. And I think his biggest complaint was that you couldn't be heard well enough rather than that you did it at all.
Well, you can, I mean, on our video you can hear it.
Right, but you couldn't if you were watching. It just sounded like a guy screaming, but it's not your fault. You took a shot at it.
Right, but like that's I guess we have different problems with it then. Like I just, whether it's funny or not, I think it was wrong for me to do in that manner.
And the other person,
and it came across as like, which first of all, it came across as like that. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get Anthony Weiner. It's nothing about that. I don't think what he did was a big deal, like to the public sphere. It's a big deal to him and Huma and everything.
I know it comes across. It almost comes across like Benji's one of those like right wing nuts who's looking to take him down.
Which is
like
funny
you're in trouble when Ann Coulter's your biggest supporter.
Well, I think a lot of people she liked it. I'm assuming for the wrong I just think it was funny. It's ridiculous that we're like making such a big thing about this.
But you seem to all throughout today. I wouldn't say you're apologizing, but you keep saying you did it wrong, but you wouldn't have had the opportunity unless the other guy.
And a better thing would be to just have not done anything at all.
See, I'm looking at
I do love it. I'm not going to deny it. I love every fucking tweet, every fucking newspaper article I was in when they got things right.
Your photographs on homepages of major websites.
Looked mean and stuff like that.
You held your own press conference.
Right. That all stuff was fun, and I love that, but it's not what I did that caused that. I feel I have a real problem with and I'm embarrassed about, and I have to figure out, like, I can't do shit like that I'm going to regret.
See, here's what I enjoyed more about it. I thought Anthony Weiner came down, read a statement, had his eyes down, people started yelling, never took his eyes off the page. I felt like he was going to come out, read that statement, and leave no matter what. And whatever anybody said wasn't going to make a difference. I enjoyed the aspect of how upsetting it is to the press and how there's this unwritten law that the press thinks everybody has to abide by, that they think is an actual law. Like, if you could take them to press court, if you could take Benji to press court, Benji would be put in jail for life.
Right, well, they were saying we spent 4 hours here, we waited for this moment, and you ruined it. Meanwhile, you weren't the one who yelled out the pervert comment. Someone else did. Howard clarified that today.
Which I hate that, because I wasn't like, I don't...
But I knew right away that wasn't you. You could tell it was a different tone of voice. But I just love that the press is angry at Benji that he fucked up an already circus-like atmosphere.
Well, that's the thing. You look at the reason why you're all there in the first place. Granted, you have an official resigning, but when you get into the story, it's ridiculous to begin with.
You know what I realized it was like? Because there's a scene like in Animal House, like the parade scene,
right?
Where they take over the parade, and that's to me like one of the most hilarious scenes I've ever seen. Where they lead the band the wrong way. They're throwing marbles. They break up the float. That in my head was what was going on. But in reality, it's wrong, like, to destroy someone's parade.
What was your intent going down there? To ask questions?
Oh yeah. And I even said God, I don't even know if we're gonna get in. No, it was to do those questions. But then when we got there, we were like, they were circulating around. He will not take any questions. He will not take any questions.
It's funny too. Like Howard always says, when Richard and Sal make phony phone calls, and then they say we're going to call the police. Howard's like, you can't have a show where you tell people to call in and then say you're going to arrest people because you don't like the calls. If you're saying people can call in, so if you hold a press conference, unless did they check your credentials at the door?
No.
So if they're going to let anyone into a press conference, there's always the expectation that not everyone's going to behave, the way the Redcoats did.
Of course, but that doesn't mean it's right if someone does it. And I don't think it's, I
would be very pissed off if we were out doing a live remote. I would be very pissed off if somebody busted up our remote and started screaming and yelling. We'd handle it a different way. We've had that before. We have handled it.
We have people killed.
No, but we've handled it a different way. Listen, we were in London and we were doing, somebody was singing a song parody, and this girl who was drunk climbed over like this wall where we were she was so furious. So I started to go after her to push her back, and Howard waved me off, and he's giving me the signal, give me a microphone. He tells the guy to stop singing, and he goes over, what's the matter with you? She's like, you go back to America, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Howard wasn't upset by it. He's like, here's content. So everyone handles it a different way. The way we are on the show, if that happened while we were doing our show, Howard would say, hey, what's going on? Why are you doing this? Try to talk to somebody.
During the break, Benji, we were talking about how you seem to be very apologetic and regretful for what you did, yet you also want to enjoy the glory and attention that came from it.
Well, yeah, I do. I can't deny that I enjoy the positive people saying, oh my God, that was so funny. So I do enjoy people saying that, but I regret that I did it in the manner I did it. I think looking back, if I could erase it and none of this would have happened, because I would erase it.
See, I don't think you have anything to apologize for, in the sense that you weren't the first one to heckle and you weren't the only one to heckle. You were just the loudest and most recognizable person who heckled.
I don't think in the scheme of things I did that big of a violation, but it was wrong. And I'm so anti-heckling. I mean, maybe if it was like a Hitler or something like that, and that's the only way you can fight back. But in a situation like this, where it came across that I'm being a bully to Wiener, that's not what I intended. It was supposed to be. We were all supposed to have fun and laugh, and I thought he was going to laugh too. So.
Why did you think he was going to laugh?
I don't know. I'm teasing about that.
Lisa, is there an unwritten rule amongst the press about what Benji did, or what? And anybody comes, like, are you supposed to follow certain protocol?
Yeah, I definitely felt like it was old school media against new school media.
How do you mean?
Because the people who were there with the iPhones and the laptops, they weren't complaining. They were jumping right in on the action. They just turned everything around. You have these old-time news people with their big cameras on, locked into these stilts, these sticks.
Tripods.
Yeah, so they can't move, and they're all locked into this one soundboard. So everything they need from that news conference, they felt Benji got in the way of. And I was laughing the whole time, from the cab to the Senior Citizen Center where the press conference was held. While we were in the cab, this is what you didn't hear, Benji was getting a little motion sickness, so I had to write down the questions for him. We were coming up with questions like, are you 7 inches erect, and things like that for the whole cab ride. And then we're on Ocean Parkway, and we don't know where we are. So Benji sticks his head out of the window to a young couple in a car and says, "Excuse me, which section of Brooklyn are we in?" And the couple yells out, "You're in Jewland." I mean, it was bizarre from the time we got in the cab all the way to the news conference.
But the great Lisa's, so I said this to her before, anything you say, she's very sweet, and she just cracks up at anything.
You were funny.
I was like, this cab is so yellow, and she just cracks up.
No, you were funny because we were writing the questions.
You're saying Lisa's a good audience?
She's great. She's very sweet, and it was very, very nice to have her there. And also, he's a new camera guy. He's not allowed to talk, but Rob Martin, I think is his name. Rob.
Why is he not allowed to talk?
I don't know. He's not allowed to talk when he's on camera, when he films you.
Oh, right.
He's like sort of the fly on the wall kind of thing. But he's our new. He was great. He
then
came too.
you noticed that Benji was getting nervous. And then I got nervous because I was right behind him, because if they were tackling him and he was going down, I was going down with him because I was this close to him. But thankfully, the security guards, the cops, were really nice.
See, I feel bad for Wiener, even though he brought this all on himself. And if I would have lived in his district, I would have voted for him. And I sort of, like I said, I know him a little bit, which is weird because, when I was at Jimmy Fallon, he was walking by and he saw me and he stopped in the dressing room and said hello. I have a feeling he won't be saying hello to me anytime soon, which is, I'm sort of collateral damage.
Just did 2 weeks ago, or?
No, when I did Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, okay.
Back in December. But I played hockey with him a couple times, and he's even emailed me a couple times. I'm pretty sure I'm on the shit list as collateral damage from you, but that's the part, that's what happens when you work on the show.
You have his email?
I do. But he's never texted me. I was going to send him a note several times during this, just to say, hey, I'm sorry for what you're going through. And I just thought that, like, I don't know, it's sort of like about me, not about him. It's sort of ego. And I was like, he doesn't need to hear from, like, if Bill Clinton sends him a note, that's one thing. But, like, you know, like he sent me a really nice note when my dad passed away. He sent me, like, a really nice guy.
Well, also, him being, you know, he's a fan of the show. This probably comes as even though it's happening to him, he has to expect it.
But, again, when you're a fan of the show, it's almost like you want to go, I'm a fan of the show. Don't fuck with me.
The thing is, I hope a part of him, if he has a sense of humor, realizes I don't think him tweeting. That's his business.
Well, Benji, you saw the statement that Benji released. Benji's done way worse.
Yeah, I don't think he's thinking about that though, Benji. No offense to you. I think he's thinking
got
about.
a great build. Why not show it if you look?
Yeah, I think it's hard to go home to your wife and go, honey, I was just texting.
Steve Langford, I see you lingering over there. What's on your mind,
John? I just don't understand how any reporter could complain about what Benji did at that news conference.
Why is that?
Because it was great material.
Okay, so Steve, you used to work at what's the most, I don't want to use the word legitimate, but the most conservative news organization you ever worked for?
I was a hostage at MSNBC for 2 years.
So you're at MSNBC, and MSNBC sent you out to cover the story.
Right.
So if you're there to get tape and wiener, does it bother you when this goes down, or do you think this is as good of a story?
This is gold. This is.
But why?
Because it's wild stuff. I mean, look. I mean, even the New York Times on Friday basically had Benji in the lead headline. I mean. The New York Times realized in chaotic scene, Weiner quits seat in scandal's wake, vulgar shouts during announcement in Brooklyn. They got it.
But as a quote-unquote straight newsman, aren't you there to get Weiner's resignation and his reaction?
You're there to record and report on what happened. And what Benji did was news, and it was very exciting.
I think my struggle with it is I violated Weiner's rights. I don't think what happened. I don't think I violated the reporter so much. I violated his right to give a speech in a forum that without being interrupted.
But Howard made a great point. You did, but Weiner could also have gone on television on a one-on-one type of thing. He didn't have to have a press conference.
Yes,
he chose to have the press conference.
But that's like saying a woman doesn't have to walk. I'm giving you an exaggerated situation. She doesn't have to walk out 3 a.m. in a short dress.
Well, no, there's a difference because one is a rape and a crime, and one isn't.
Mine wasn't that big of a thing, but morally, it was wrong.
Did you see the New York Times blog? It said, every media circus needs a clown. And I think, Benji, for the reporters who were there who got it, they were enjoying it. There were very few. Maybe, the woman from the New York Times, Ashley Parker, she got it. I don't know if you read her blog. And everyone else, they're, we're news snobs. Like, they didn't get it. You're disrupting us. So, I think Benji held his own.
Have you guys heard Lawrence O'Donnell seems to love it whenever it happens?
MSNBC on Thursday night, Lawrence O'Donnell, 8 p.m. on that cable news network, practically featured Weiner and Bronk for the first 15 minutes.
If you were so concerned about being wrong and doing the wrong thing, why do it?
Well, I sort of seems like a joke, but I was serious. I tweeted out. I realized I was sort of doing the same thing that Weiner does. Like I was, even if I feel it's wrong, I was like, I got to do this. I got to do this because I'll get love, I'll get laughs, and it'll be so great. But as it was happening, at the press conference before he's giving his speech, I waited till about 2 or 3 minutes in to do it. I keep turning to Lisa G. I don't know. I don't want to be a dick about this. I don't want to be a dick, but I don't want to lose my opportunity to do this.
So Lisa pushed you into doing it?
No, not at all. Not one bit. One bit. She was not one bit.
Hey, it's Sal Governale, everybody. And on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we discussed me talking about my future. Am I coming out with a CD after the show was over? And am I writing the premises now? Of course not. I was drinking, and I misquoted myself. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to properly explain it to you in a proper manner on the wrap-up show, which you're about to see right now.
What I want to start off with, and the guys I know right now, they're in the middle of a prank call, but they are going to come down, is Sal and Richard. What happened was Sal and Richard were doing a meet and greet out in California. Now, I don't think they did any comedy. I don't think they did any performing. It was just literally spend some time with Richard and Sal, and believe me, that's well worth the money. Plenty of entertainment there. And when those guys are up in front of a crowd, Sal more so than Richard, I'd say, they'll always answer a question. They will never say, I don't know. They will never be at a loss for words. And Sal commented how and I want to make sure I get this right, they're personally working on premises for original prank calls after the Howard Stern show ends, which is basically saying we're taking all our good ideas and we're saving them so when Howard hangs it up, we could put out a CD and do really well. And I don't think Sal, shockingly, realized what he was saying as he was saying it. And Howard pointed it out, and Sal said that he misquoted himself, which is a very difficult thing to do, and then explained how the present premises are for now, but the premises after Howard retires are for later. You know what, Ted? I think I pulled that. Would you hit clip number 1?
It's news to me that all these premises are for after you retire because we're using them now.
Right.
Well, that was the point I was trying to make.
That was the point you were trying to make.
Well, the present premises are for now, but the premises after you retire are for later.
What?
So there are premises.
Premises will be written after you retire. That's what I would try to say, that once you retire, we're going to compile a list of premises and put together possibly.
That's not what you said.
I know. Well, that's where I fucked up.
You really did, man. I mean, what happened to you in there?
Story of my life.
Well, did you hear the clip played back, with the clip that Howard played about what you said at the meet and greet?
I put my fingers in my ears. I refused to listen. I just went, boo.
But how did you find out about what you had said? And did you realize what was going to happen once Howard heard that clip?
No, I had no idea.
Because you're going to blame the alcohol?
No, I mean, I was drunk, but I didn't put it together properly. That was the problem right there. I totally screwed up on how without sounding like my apology, how I presented what I wanted to say. And it was just messed up.
What were you trying to say?
The same thing I told Howard. What I was trying to say is that a lot of people asking me, what are you going to do once the show is over? What are you guys going to do? We really don't know. But a thought was that we could come out eventually with a prank call CD where we would put together a whole bunch of premises and whatnot and ideas, and we'd put them into gear, and then we'd make this CD.
But you said you were working on, you said you had premises already.
Right, and that's where
Which I thought sounded very shady.
I agree.
No, I'm being serious.
I agree with you 100%. I don't know if you're using shady based on last week, what Howard said.
No, it's just shady, based on shady. What?
Had a cough. So anyway.
It did come across as shady, Sal.
I agree 100%, but it's quite obvious and quite apparent that everything that I do, as we all know, as I work here, we're constantly thinking, we constantly have a think tank going. As a matter of fact, I was just applying a premise today with Richard Christie. We just did another Tradio prank call that we were in the process of doing. That's why I was a little late here. So yes, after the show's over, we have to come up with premises and then come up with a prank call. I should have said it that way, but I made it seem like I'm doing it at the moment, which makes no mistake. It makes no sense because I'm here for another 4.5 years.
But what did you mean when you said I'm saving some premises for when Howard retires?
What he said was he's personally working on premises.
Personally working on premises. Right.
Thank you. For original prank calls after the Howard Stern show.
So how would you interpret that?
Exactly how I said it.
No, how would you interpret it if you heard it?
I would interpret it the same way you did.
Right.
Like it sounds like it's present day.
It didn't. You basically said, I've got stuff. That's what it sounded like. That's why Howard got upset.
And I don't blame him. And I would be upset too.
John, do you have the other line?
Sorry. But the thing is.
What was the other line that he had?
You need some water? Are you all right? Here.
No, I'm okay. Yeah, I do need some water.
That's one of his premises, a cough prank call.
Well, I like it when they were called ideas or notions.
Well, Sal did say he misquoted himself. And then later.
This is the one I want to hear.
He said, the present premises are for now, but the premises after Howard retires are for later.
That's exactly it. What's there not to understand?
Everything. Explain that sentence.
The first problem is you're asking me to explain stuff that I said. Half of the time I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's the mistake right there.
You were in deep backpedaling stockbroker mode when Howard got you on the ropes.
I really wasn't because I knew it was being taped. I knew it was an open forum. I have nothing to hide. I just didn't present it properly. I could possibly not be doing something where I'm saving great ideas. Every idea I have, I present to the show. But we did have the discussion, Richard and I, that after the show's over, we will be writing and putting together, hopefully, a prank call CD.
When you said it that night, did it even click in your head? Or,
Not one bit.
So when you heard it this morning, you were like, "Holy shit!" When Howard said Sal did this, did you say to yourself, "I wonder what it was I said"?
Absolutely.
And
I'm still thinking. I'm like, I have no idea what I said.
And your buddy over there said it was news to him that you're holding on to these premises because
Right.
you're using them every day.
Right.
Were you trying to defend your pal there? Did you realize like how deep the pool he was in and how he was kind of trying to tread water and get out of it? Or did you realize what he had said, or were you all messed up too at this
I
thing?
did, and I just let him say it. I don't want to be like a parent and say, "Sal, you're not saying the right things. You're all messed up." I just let him say what he says, and then we explain it later. But we work on premises, and the next day we do the calls. We had a premise yesterday for a call, and we were just working on it now.
Hey,
so.
Gary, how did this end up as part of the show? Like,
Someone sent it to us.
So did they notice that? Like,
No,
hey,
they
this-
totally noticed it. Somebody said, somebody sent it and said, go to 318, and you'll hear Sal say he's saving ideas for after
Did
Howard
you
retires.
realize at all before this came up that you had misquoted yourself?
Not
and
one
this might
bit.
be
Not one bit. Because there was no reason for me to be upset. I had no problem. I came to work with a clear conscience.
So this
Why?
was a total surprise.
Ignorance is bliss. In
No,
this case.
ignorance is not bliss. I wasn't being ignorant. I befuddled my words, so to speak. And that's all I can say. And if you want to believe me, fine. And if you don't, it doesn't matter as well, because I do apply my present day premises and work with Richard Christie here all the time. That's all I think about. My head constantly spins on present day material.
Sal, I don't think anybody was questioning you applying your current premises to your current job.
Right.
The question was, it made it sound like you're setting aside some, or there are others that you're kind of banking for when the show ends, and that's where the problem lies.
I can certainly see that, but I don't know what there could be to possibly
But
bank.
see, I thought that's what
I got some pretty good ideas. I think they all start with the N word.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought you were going to say, Sal. I thought you were going to say, look, there are things, ideas I have, or even ideas I presented that like you don't like, but I think are funny that I would like to do in the future when I'm representing myself.
That would be a great answer, but unfortunately I'm not smart enough to think that far out and be that specific with things.
I got to tell you the love between Richard and Sal. Richard walks into my office and he goes, "This is all news to me." And I said, "You got to go in." And he goes, "I don't want to throw Sal under the bus." I go, "He's running over you with the fucking bus right now. You got to get in there." Like he was throwing you under the bus.
I wasn't throwing him under the bus.
You were taking him down. It made it sound like both of you were saving these premises.
Well, we are a team. Anything we do together.
So if he said that and Howard took it and get yelled at, and you walked in and you got yelled at, would you just take it because you're a team?
Well, yeah. I mean, he misspoke. Sal does that pretty often, and I'll take anything for Sal.
Robert in Texas, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, I just want to point out, Sal knows exactly what he's doing. It's like every time he gets busted now, he plays a stupid card, and it's getting really old. He knows exactly what he's saying. Nobody could be that dumb.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Isn't that the part where you go, "I could be that dumb"?
No, that's a compliment. I'm not that dumb. Usually you get you're a dummy. This guy's saying I'm not that dumb. So I'll take
he's saying that you're evil and shady.
Whatever. Anybody can make their own conclusion. That's fine by me. I could care less.
Joe in Carolina, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, I got two questions. First one is, do you guys think that Sal is truly shady or just stupid or maybe a combination of the two? And the second question was, when do you guys, Sal and Richard, do you guys get together on the weekend to plan these comedy shows or this plan of action, or do you do this during showtime?
Plan what? Like the appearances? No, people.
Yeah,
No, people usually email us, and yeah, we set it up on the weekends. And
did you use congressional?
But do you think that? I think the question he put out there is Sal shady or stupid?
Yeah. Well, Sal, how would you define?
That's insulting on both ends. This guy could go fuck himself. I'm not neither shady nor stupid.
You're stupid.
I'm smart enough to get on this show. I'm smart enough to take care of my family. I think I'm very successful at what I do. Everything I've put my mind to, I have succeeded at in every single capacity. So there's the answer for as far as your stupid question is concerned. Because I didn't know that California at one point was a specific spot on the map. You know what? Take that map, shove it up your ass, and shit it through your fucking throat. I could care less. So there goes your stupidity answer.
Answer the shady one.
Shady? Take it any way you want. Am I shady? I don't think so. I've never done anything wrong. I went on this show. I said what I said. I told you what the answer was. I have a clear conscience because I did nothing wrong. I'm obviously here for 4.5 years, and everything I do, I apply to the show. And Gary, I would hope Gary, out of all people, knows that. He knows how determined I am to do the best that I can for the show. And that's my answer. And that's that.
You've never done anything wrong?
Who hasn't?
You just said you've never done anything wrong.
As far as that show was related and what I said in a context to putting premises together today for 4.5 years, no. Nothing.
I love, because Sal's gone down this road a million times before. I love when anybody calls him stupid about, book smart stupid. He points out that he was smart enough to get on the show, as if, he had to take a test.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, I asked Scott DePace to come down to talk about evolution and how he feels God is involved. Well, Scott came down, and sure enough, Jason came down. And with Gary here, Will here, Benji here, myself, it got kind of ugly.
Of course, I can't forget Scott DePace saying he believes in evolution as long as God is involved somehow.
But that's not possible, right? You're either a creationist or you believe in evolution. Is there a middle ground?
Yeah, for sure.
What is it?
I mean, there's a million middle grounds. You could say.
No, in other words, if you say either you believe God created the universe or you believe it was scientifically created.
Well, what's scientifically created mean? There's no scientist that will say what the creation is. They'll say from Big Bang onward.
That
But what started everything? No one, there's not. I don't think there's any working theories about.
So, do you think that that man was created by God, or that man evolved?
I think I could understand someone believing both. I don't have any.
I didn't ask.
Belief.
I asked what you thought.
I don't have a definite belief. I'm really into the Sumerian belief that aliens came down and genetically changed apes.
All right, Scott.
Big vortex.
Scott.
Yes.
Okay, so you believe
Sumerian?
You believe in evolution, but you also believe that God had something. I was confused by your explanation.
I just believe that. First, I don't know. None of us do, but I'm not willing to say that. If I believe in God, there's no way God would have something to do with evolution. To me, they seem very obvious that if I believe in God and if it looks like there's evolution, well, maybe God had something to do with it. Right?
That's confusing.
All right,
because I think they're separate.
Do you believe in God?
No.
Okay, well, that's fine. Do you believe in God?
I believe there's something out there, but I don't know if I would call it God.
Yeah, I'm probably more with John.
Well,
a higher being of some sort.
Fine. If you don't, all I'm saying is I do believe in God. And I'm not here to defend my religion. I'm not going to say. But if I believe in God, then therefore to me, he could be in charge of anything that happens. He might not. He might. I don't know.
So did God create evolution? Is that what you mean?
Yes, that quite possibly could be what's going on. I don't know.
But you said that you didn't believe that we...
God, here he goes. Here he goes. The fat piece of shit. Go ahead.
Wow, let him give him an...
I told John specifically I was not interested in coming down
I didn't know this.
If Jason, and John, he said yes, but apparently
God created
he breaks
fat
his word.
people too.
And bald
Apparently
people.
John breaks his word.
And certainly dumb people.
Well,
You
good,
said
now we're-
you didn't want Jason down here.
John
too
breaks his
scared to
word.
stand next to me?
Good, now we're all even.
Jason, did I invite you down here?
No, Will did.
Yeah, and
Scott, you're
I believe
breaking
you
your
did
word.
because already Teddy, he went down and looked for me, and then he, in the same sentence, looked for Jason.
That's not true.
So he gets his marching orders from you.
That's Teddy didn't. Oh, whatever. You believe whatever you want. But that's what
I
you
saw
do.
right in front of my eyes, you jerk off.
You can't handle standing next to me. What is
No,
wrong
you're
with
just
you?
a piece of shit. I don't want to have a conversation with you.
Well, why don't we see what he has to say?
Go ahead, say it.
No, don't be like Ebert. Let the autopsy come out.
Go
and
ahead,
then call him.
asshole.
You're so funny.
See, I
Look how
don't
much I
need
bother
this.
you.
I have shit I could be doing right
What,
now.
golfing?
No, I'm working on a graphic, dipshit.
You want to do
I'm
more
not
drugs at
golfing
work
this week.
than
All right,
leave?
hold on. Let's
stay on point.
Do more drugs at work and
Jason,
leave
make your
early?
point.
What?
Scott said
Say it
during
again,
the conversation.
Jason. What did you just say?
During the conversation, that you don't believe that we evolved from single cell organisms. That's all I wanted to say. That you said that this morning. So I don't.
What
so it sounds to me like you don't believe in evolution.
What I believe that I said was that I don't believe that we evolved from single cells without God or something else making it happen. I don't believe. Obviously, what the rest of you believe is that there was a big bang, and then there happened to be this little one amoeba, and somehow out of that, all of us were created. I just don't believe that, unless something like that happened by way of God.
So the actual theory of evolution you believe in, just that you think God might be behind it. I don't think that's a weird thought, but that's not what
Thank
you
you.
said
Well,
on the air
that's
today.
what I tried to say.
Well, you didn't try hard enough.
When you try to explain your theory on evolution, you and Howard kind of got into it, which quickly evolved into you not believing that Bush lied, and it turned into
That's
that.
just it's an illogical thought to think that he did. There's not 1 ounce of evidence that says that he did. There's plenty that says maybe he was wrong, but all of the evidence suggested that there were weapons of mass destruction.
Well, no, there's
and
a
that's why we went.
there's a differing opinion for sure. Howard's not the only person that holds an opinion.
They're all illogical.
But that's you talking. That doesn't make you saying they're illogical doesn't make it a fact. It means you
It's
disagree
illogical through a political bias is what it is. You guys want to believe that he's some monster, that he went there just so we can die, have our soldiers killed, and steal
Well, you
oil.
shouldn't
It's
say
just
illogical. You
crazy.
should say I don't believe
No,
it.
it's illogical.
And you don't see it through a political prism?
It's illogical. It is.
But God
There's
is logical.
not 1 ounce of evidence that someone could point to that he has profited from this. That it's just crazy.
But there's tons of evidence for
crazy
God.
speak.
Tons.
It's
Just
called
overwhelming
faith, jerk off.
Will in Rochester, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. Scott, I'm right on with you on some things, but when you defend George Bush, you sound like such a dummy.
Oh, and you sound so intelligent.
I'm not. I'm
Good.
really not.
Then
but,
shut up.
But
so witty.
One of the things that Howard needs to get in line with is I'm in the education field, and the reason a lot of younger people, like the girls, the ages of these girls in the
Miss USA?
is the scientific community is moving away from traditional Darwinism and evolution as we would have known it when we were younger. So even a lot of atheists like Christopher Hitchens have come out and admitted that it looks like there might be some form of intelligent design. Not necessarily God, but there's something there. So a lot of younger people are being taught alternatives to evolution, and I think maybe that's where the confusion lies.
I think a lot of younger people are being taught alternatives because I think that the religious right has a stronghold and is insistent that both sides be taught.
But according to Scott's opinion, he's not offering an alternative to evolution. He's saying that evolution is what it is, but it might have been started by God. So that's 2 different things.
Of course there's evolution. Look at Gary.
Wow. Well, clearly you're not the funny one.
Listen,
bald, dumb, and unfunny is no way to go through life.
Ow! Oh, I'm trying to put my pants on.
I got to laugh at a Will. It was fucking dead silence in the room.
Will seems like he wants to be on the side here, but listen, there's plenty of evidence that says
that's illogical. What you just said.
Totally.
There's no evidence that Will wants to be on anybody's side. It's illogical.
I've seen his face.
If anything, he should want to be on your side. You drive him to golf.
I drive him to golf.
Yeah, you guys go. You're his golf buddy. He and I don't hang out.
We're neighbors.
He gives you video caddy plugs on the wrap.
Hey, Scott, do you believe in
Why am I here,
Scott? I'm not like.
You mean on Earth?
God. Do you believe in a heaven and a hell? Do you have a belief in that?
You mean on Earth?
See, here's the funny thing. I didn't pick a fight with you. You're fighting with him, and then all of a sudden you just wheeled around and lashed out at me. I was discussing with you. I was not arguing with you. You just fucking hit me in the head for no good reason.
Wow,
So of course I'm going to come
sounds
back.
like someone sensitive. God, I've been taking shots from all you guys. I say one little thing, and suddenly now you're.
I had a discussion with you. I go, how do you feel about that? Why do you feel that way? Wasn't hitting you.
Hold on, I want to cut to the root of a bigger problem here. First Gary, and then to Scott, then to.
The
I'm
biggest
sorry. First
problem
Scott.
is
Hold on.
Why I come on this show?
Why does Jason get under your skin so much? Because
I don't like him. There's nothing about him.
There are a lot of people that you don't like. I'm not you that you just don't like, but we coexist. We get along. We work together.
There is not one part of him that I find appealing that I could.
That's not true. I have a list of 3 things
that I could be. Well, yeah, I made those up for the air. That I could be friends with him about. I hate from his laugh to his self to his just everything about him is revolting.
Did I miss something? Because weren't you guys friends there for a little bit?
No, that was me trying to put
and then what happened after that?
And then he is continually an asshole. So I just, that's it.
It's so funny. I really hardly ever think of Scott. You are so consumed with me.
I'm not.
Dude, you don't hate
the only time I think of you is here.
I don't have these kind of feelings towards you. These intense feelings of hatred.
Good.
Why are you so passionate about me?
Because obviously I'm a lot more likable than you are.
Scott, I'm not joking around. I'm being serious. As someone that believes in God, do you at all look at Jason and say, "Wow, I
That's
should
the
have
only
some
reason
love
I
for
try to
him.
get
There's
Yeah.
like God created him.
We're all made in God's image, including me.
Did God create Jason?
I don't think so.
God created me.
That's evolution.
To put me on
gone
Earth
wrong.
to fuck with you.
And that's what I don't get,
Yes,
Scott,
you're very
because
funny.
you're a reasonably intelligent guy, okay?
I'm very intelligent, John.
You're a reasonably intelligent
Very
guy.
intelligent.
Okay?
Very.
You know
Better than you.
You know
My
Jason.
IQ was higher than yours.
Yeah, you've proven yourself over the time. But anyway,
Yeah.
you know Jason's sole purpose is to tweak you and get under your skin and piss you off and interrupt and all the stuff that he's doing. And yet you're not evolved enough, if that's the right word, to block him out and move on.
It's like walking into like a burning house. Like you don't like doing it, so why do it? Why am I coming in here for no fucking reason?
You've been saying it for the last 20 minutes.
I wanted you in here because I wanted you to clarify what you said about evolution today and the argument you had with Howard. Plain and simple.
And I told you I was willing to do that, but I don't want fat fuck here.
I'm not going to.
You said okay.
No, I'm not going to prove
You said okay.
No, I said I'm
you
not.
said okay.
I'm not a.
You've broken your word.
No. He said.
According to
You
Gary,
said.
Will was in the room.
You said if Jason comes in, I'm just going to scream into his mic the whole time.
No,
which would
what
have been
I said
hilarious
was
to
I do
see.
not
That's
want
why we
him.
wanted
Is that why
him
you
in
said
here.
come down here?
Yeah, of course.
So you owe me an apology.
No, that's not true.
Will was there. He was in the room.
I said I do not want him in there, and then I said, realizing you would go back on your word, I said, and if he does,
but I didn't.
You did.
No, Will.
I don't think
You did.
But I don't think it was like it was posed that way. It wasn't.
Well, you know what? You're not me. You don't know. I did ask a straight question, and you said okay, and I said, and if he does come down, I'm going to make sure he can't be heard.
You know what's awesome? The back of your head gets as red as the front of your head when you get mad.
This guy's going to put you
I thought
through
that maybe there'd be a difference between the back bald and the front bald, but it's all the
That's
same
real
bald.
problem. And
Go
you
ahead, gear up to
gotta
call me fat
work
again.
with someone and-
What's the real problem? That you can't do what you really want to do?
Yeah, I just sometimes I wish I was like 8 and I could just fucking.
Well, you act like it. You want to whine and cry again some more on the air? Come on, Gary, stop being so mean to me. I like that I'm on your rider, by the way. Oh, I don't do radio shows where Jason shows up. I mean, look how obsessed with me you are. I don't care if you're down
I'll
here.
invite Jason to my house one time, and I'll
It's
give
funny.
you the heads up.
I'm ignoring him right now, and it's good. I don't even understand. I don't even hear what he's saying really. I just hear the big fat mouth going, blah, 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 and nothing's really. It's perfect. Keep going.
I want to ask you one last question. I'm not being inflammatory. I swear to God.
No, Gary, don't talk to me.
I'm not being. When you leave here, do you, when you get in your car, do you find this upsetting, or are you able to just sort of put it behind you?
Yeah, no, this sort of does set me back for like a half hour until I get, back into Jersey, and then I make my way onto the golf course, and then I go.
He's called me screaming from the car before, like continuing conversation.
Oh, God,
you have
that's 12 years ago.
You've done
it was
it.
a political argument, jerk off.
So another thing.
I thought you were man enough to have a discussion.
I didn't hang up on you. I had the discussion.
No, you
Yes.
cried to Howard the next day.
No, I told him
saying
that it was funny.
That I'm bothering you and you can't get work done.
Oh, Howard, Jason wrote something mean about me on the PDT.
Dude, go on some more.
My son
How many
sees it.
pills you? Man, you must be on a double dose of pills today, aren't you? You're really.
I get my
fucking-
pills from the same guy you do.
Yeah. What do you?
You're just fueling his fire. Don't you know that?
Exactly. What are you on? Lexapro?
You're playing.
Howard, Jason wrote something mean on
Scott,
the
you're
PDT
playing
today.
right into Jason's game. Like,
Dude, I'm not playing the same game. I could care less what he does.
oh, I think I think you care a lot what he does.
Well, I do care, but I mean, I'm not going to change what I do because of him.
You don't cry. Didn't you once go to Doug Goodstein and trying to get me and Will stop being paid from Howard TV because you were upset about the way we treated you one day?
No, never.
Yes, you did. You told me I went right to Doug. And I told him, why are we paying
wait,
these guys?
refresh my memory.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that over, though? That was over
That was
something.
over you screaming at Will over the intercom.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it
no,
was.
it wasn't.
Yes,
it was over you guys weren't doing something you were supposed to do.
Right.
That's what it.
Really,
That's what
Doug
it's about.
did not change anything. But I'm just saying is, if you're going to accuse me of whining and crying,
Yeah,
you're the
no,
biggest
you
whiner
guys
and
both
crier in the whole
did
fucking
change
world.
because you came back going, "I'm sorry, we'll start doing what we're
Well, they
supposed
wanted
to
to
do."
get paid.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Doug came to me. He's like, "Look, I don't know what Scott's complaining about. He came to me and said he doesn't want you guys to be
I was
paid
right
anymore."
in front of you,
No,
jerk
you weren't.
off.
We talked in the
Yeah,
green
I
room.
was.
No, you weren't. Now you're just making shit up.
I wish I remember what the fuck we're talking about.
You're not
All
that
right,
smart.
we'll give you a moment to remember. Steve, let's take a break. When
No,
we come
I'm
back,
out of here.
Nah.
No, come on.
Oh, no,
stay.
please, stay.
Scott,
Go.
Please.
I want to get your take on.
I'm outta here.
No, I want to get your take
No.
on Richard's wedding. If Howard should
Not
go.
if he stays.
And I
If he
also
stays,
want to
I'm
get your
out.
take on what Howard learned about his parents today and how anyone feels about
If you
getting that
leave,
information.
Jason wins.
That's right.
Is that how you want it to end?
And the
Jason
terrorists.
wins.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate. On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about Robin Quivers has a bit of a medical condition. We're not sure what it is. And we had a discussion about what it would be like if Robin weren't part of the show anymore. Also, we talked about Jimmy Kimmel sitting in for the first 2 hours of the show. All that and more on the wrap-up show.
Jason in Ohio, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hello?
Hey, Jason.
If Robin does happen to have something wrong with her, hopefully she doesn't. But if say they do have to go in and remove something, do you think she would do it? Would she do it during the vacation to do that, or do you think she'd do it? If she has to when the show's going on, or
I think
because I've never ever heard the show without Robin being there.
I think if it's life-threatening, she would go under the knife tomorrow, and Howard would make do. If she can schedule it for a vacation, I'm sure she will. But Howard did say, and he wasn't kidding, he does not want to do the show without Robin. He needs and wants Robin there. I mean, he could do the show without everyone if he really wanted to, but ultimately he wants Robin there. He needs Robin there. And it's funny because if you had heard Howard say, oh, you think it's cancer? I'll give you odds. You'd think he just doesn't care. And it's a really cold, unfeeling thing. But that's just the way the show works. And they did speak about it over the phone over the weekend. And hopefully it ends up being something minor and it'll just be a funny story for Robin to tell. Laura in Palm Beach, you're on the wrap-up show.
Oh, John?
Hi, Laura.
Hey, how are you? I just wanted to talk about Robin and how it is unbelievable that she showed up for work today.
Well, she went to a wedding. Was it in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
With the catheter and the bag. But yeah, she doesn't miss work for practically anything.
There's so many. I won't say of you, but people at the show that have called in and said, oh. I don't feel good.
Who are you referring to?
Well, I guess Artie.
Well, but that was a...
Yeah, Artie had other issues going on.
We realized that Artie wasn't actually, didn't have a cold.
Yeah. So I know what you're saying, but I do think it's really amazing. I just wanted to tell you that.
It is cool. I think a lot of us fall into that Robin's sort of way more than not,
Really?
Yeah, like somebody said, well, Gary, if you had a colostomy bag, would you come to work? I'm like... Well, yeah, because I'm going to have it now, and I'm going to have it in a year. I can't not work, so you might as well just come and start.
I'm not so physically amazed by it. I mean, it's impressive, but it's like psychologically got to be tough that she doesn't know what's going on right now, and it could be something really scary.
But I think for all of it, listen, I can't speak for her, but I can speak for me. Being at the show is one of the things that takes your mind off of that other stuff. I would if she were sitting around wondering, oh, I wonder what's going on. The worst thing would be to not be here sitting in bed wondering what's going on. That's the worst thing you could do.
You sounded a little out of it, Gary, with that interview that Lieberman did.
Hey, I got to point something out, by the way, because I saw a lot of people on Twitter commented about this, and Jason, when I got back to the office, was really mad. I said it was okay for Lieberman to come, and I said it was okay for him to interview me. People think like he snuck in.
You thought Lieberman ambushed you?
Exactly. No, it was all cool. I mean, I said, yeah, come and get me. But, I was totally high.
How scary was it that you didn't remember having that conversation?
It was very scary because I've never been one of those people who gets so drunk and goes, oh, I blacked out, man. I remember everything, and I really did not know. I woke up, and the first thing I saw was the nurse, and I said, what time is it? She said, that's the fourth time you've asked me that question. And I said, sorry. And then Mary said, what about the thing you just did with John Lieberman? I said, what are you talking about? She said, he just interviewed you. And I'm like, no, he didn't. And even when we got home, the whole day went through and the whole weekend, and I just didn't remember it. Till, he sent it to me and I heard it. You should have heard it at the end. They're like, who's this? And they point to me, and I'm like, that's the gardener.
Now, you don't remember that at all?
No.
Do you have any idea why you referred to her as a gardener?
Yeah, I listened to it again. It was probably me cracking a joke. Before we left that morning, Mary was working on it. We built a garden.
Oh, okay.
And we had it built, and we had a fence put around it. And so she said, I'm going to plant today. Is it too early? I mean, for me to think Mary was my gardener would mean I'd have to have a gardener, and I don't.
JD, I was commenting earlier on your laughter when those clips of Gary were played after his colonoscopy. I don't think I've ever heard you laugh that hard.
Oh, I mean, I've laughed hard before, but yeah, it's just someone sounding out of it, and it was funny. Well, yeah, I laughed.
Just struck your funny bone?
Is that what you brought me down here for? Because I laughed at Gary?
That was one thing.
Sounding groggy?
No, that was one thing I brought you down for.
Oh, okay. What are the others?
Well, you're probably the biggest Kimmel fan here, and that's why I wanted you down here.
All right. He's a funny guy.
I don't know if that's true.
I think he is.
I think so?
Yeah, I do. I was going to ask you, though, about your relationship with Jimmy, because you guys, I mean, I know you're a huge fan of his, but you sort of had a little bit of a rocky road.
Yeah, we got over that. We hung at Howard's house last summer. I think Jimmy's really funny. I get jealous sometimes when I see the bits he's able to pull off as far as the talent that he gets. It bums me out because I wish we were in L.A. because, I love what he's doing. I love watching that stuff. I love, I'm fucking Matt Damon, et cetera, et cetera.
I think he's the best of the late night guys. It surprised me when I started thinking about it. I think he's the best. He's the best one. And I'm talking about Letterman and Conan and all the other guys.
He's got an edge to him. Like, I love watching Letterman. I do. I'd say Letterman's like the go-to guy for me. But Jimmy's got an edge that Letterman's just gone in a different direction. You mature, you do things a different way. And I like Jimmy Show. I just don't get to see it enough.
What's great about Jimmy when he comes in is that he always comes in prepared because he's a huge fan of the show. And when Howard asked him about chumming up with Oprah, Jimmy immediately turned around and said, "So you're in a conversation with Kathy Lee," and everyone was like, "Whoa, where did that come from?" Did you know that Howard had talked to Kathy Lee?
I did. I don't know. It was a period of time in our lives, and he didn't goof on her for no good reason. He goofed on her because of the way she put herself out there. So he's matured and he's past that now. And it was just a different time and place. But I don't know. I used to enjoy what he did.
But the feud with Kathy Lee wasn't like some feuds where it was like, wasn't it always? It was always just like,
she didn't do a thing. She did not do a thing to us in any way to rankle us. It's not like, Chevy Chase went on the Larry King show and talked shit behind Howard's back. She didn't do anything except live. So I understand, like Jimmy goes, "Oh, I see. So you're willing to forgive people who haven't done anything to bother you."
And Howard said, "Yeah, it's the ones who do stuff to bother me that I'm never going to forgive, or hardly ever."
But see, again, like Howard and Robin thought that we were mean to Soupy Sales, and Howard apologized and made up with him before he passed away. But I felt, and Fred's more with me on this one, Soupy was sort of not that nice to us. It wasn't that we were picking on a guy for no reason. But Howard's like, I was out of my mind because I wanted to own everything, et cetera, et cetera. But, he could have been a little nicer too. But, hey, it's not my relationship.
What did you think about James Kimmel buying that stuff for Eric the Midget off of his wish list?
Well, I understand that Jimmy's a big fan, and I understand that he wants to help out a fan of somebody from the show. But it's, it gives Eric the idea that you just stick your hand out and shit drops in it.
Why are you shaking your head, JD?
The guy, he's helping Eric do. It's just not. I don't like it.
Why? Like Eric would say, "I don't want to be your charity case."
Exactly.
But give me your charity.
Yeah. He doesn't want to hear from anyone else. But if Jimmy Kimmel does, then it's okay.
Do you have a problem if a rich kid gets a car from their parents or something like that?
No, because that's between them.
Well, isn't this between them too? Isn't this a well-off guy helping someone out?
No, but the difference is Eric is using our show as the conduit to get the stuff from people. If he just called Jimmy Kimmel and never on the show, then that's between the two of them. When he brings us into it, goes on the show and says, "I made a wish list, people. Everybody who listens to the show, give me stuff." Then you're using us.
How do you think Howard and Jimmy's relationship has changed over the years? I mean, he came in at 6, he sat right down, he blends in perfectly.
Yeah.
And I know he sort of transitioned from initially like a fan to a guest and now really to a close friend.
Well, I think that's what makes it good. He's really comfortable sitting there. I think there might have been a period of time, and I can't speak for Jimmy, where maybe he was a little nervous sitting there because he's such a big fan. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I get to do this. But they've done enough times and they've hung out enough times that it's just really comfortable for him. Howard was saying, "Oh, we had such a busy day, we didn't get to anything." And I said to him, I thought that Jimmy would just come in and you'd rap to him a little bit, and then we'd do what we do, and Jimmy would sort of do it with you. But what we ended up doing was talking to Jimmy for almost 2 hours.
Well, Jimmy, did the correspondence dinner?
Yeah, no, he had a lot to talk about. Yeah. I'm not upset about it, but we didn't get to anything because there was plenty to talk to Jimmy about. And when he left, we could have continued.
JD, are you concerned about Robin with what she revealed today?
I mean, yeah, it doesn't sound good. I mean, if you have to have a bag on you, a catheter for Christ's sake, I mean, Jesus.
Gary, I really respect you for going in there and asking about the Western medicine question.
I'll be very honest. DePace put that in my ear, but it was a legitimate question. Like, I don't want you going to fucking Eastern medicine. You know, I just watched Man on the Moon. You know, the
Andy Kaufman?
Yeah, and I'm watching Andy Kaufman down in like the fucking Philippines with rocks on his head when he's dying of cancer, and I'm like, don't do that. Go get real help.
Troy in Florida, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, Troy.
Robin said that she was sick today. And I just want to know what you guys thought. Do you think Howard could even have this show without Robin Quivers next to him? Do you think he could pull it off? I mean, she's been with him for 30-plus years.
I've always said that the only person that this show can't live without is Howard Stern. Having said that, I mean, in other words, if something were to happen to Robin, God forbid, the show would not cease to be. However, it would be a dramatically different show, and I don't know how we would ever recover or rebound from something like that. I don't know how. I mean, we'd figure it out, just like you know, listen, you lose the person, you know, people lose a loved one in life and they think you can't go on, and then a day goes by and another day goes by and you figure it out. But the idea of doing the show without Robin to me is unimaginable.
So on Tuesday's wrap-up show, I came in and we talked about why I still had a pretzel in my mouth when I went on air, and because that was a whole big thing. And then later on, Ronnie and his new boyfriend, John Lieberman, decided to fight like, a couple old women in the wrap-up show. So, here you go. Watch it.
J.D. Harmeyer has stopped by. Pretzel in your mouth?
Pouch boy.
Pretzel in your mouth?
No, that's Sal.
Why didn't you just chew the pretzel and swallow it while Howard was talking when you were in
Because
there?
I didn't have a thing of water with me and I didn't want to start choking on the air.
It's a small pretzel. You could have just...
I know, but listen, it was big enough where pretzels are very dry food and they could cause issue in your mouth.
Why are pretzels funny?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Because you're talking about pretzels, but you're laughing.
Yeah, because I'm looking at John and he's laughing at me.
I'm not laughing at you.
You're
I'm trying to understand why you would go in with a pretzel in your mouth.
Well, that was a split-second decision that I should have did the opposite of what I did, which I should just spit it out. But I didn't think I'd be in and out on the air. I didn't know I was going to cause a whole thing.
Based on what's happened previously, did you think Howard thought you weren't watching America's Got Talent, or only watching because you had to, versus like being supportive?
I don't know. I don't even know if he's really thought about it.
Do you feel you've been supportive enough?
I sure. I suppose. I don't know. I mean, he has a lot of support around him.
But
we're talking about you
personally.
Yeah,
do you
I know.
feel you've been like doing the right thing?
And what is doing the right thing, Benji?
Did you watch the show last night?
I did watch the show last night.
The whole thing?
Yes.
Nothing but
of course. It's part, not only am I a fan, it was my duty as a worker here. It was my job.
So you were a fan of AGT before Howard got on?
No. No, I'm a fan of Howard's.
And how are the reviews so far?
So far, I haven't really seen anything negative, hardly at all. So they're all pretty positive. Everyone thinks liked Howard on the show.
Now, since you watched it in such great detail, I'm sure you didn't miss Ronnie and Tony on the show. What were your thoughts on their appearances?
Well, I did when the elevator scene came up. You see Tony's right there. Tony, the hairdresser, Howard's hairdresser, and in some shots you see Ronnie standing around.
Yeah, how do you think Ronnie came off there? Non-verbally, of course.
How did Ronnie come off?
Yeah.
He didn't really come off as anything. He wasn't on the TV that long. So.
Ronnie, you must have got a kick out of seeing yourself. Did you know you were going to be part of the show?
Of course.
What the hell kind of microphone is this? No, I didn't know. I don't know what they cut out and what they don't cut out as far as that.
Do you make a different face when you know the camera's there?
No.
Because you know you're going to be on camera if you're standing. But you can tell when you're on camera.
Do you turn to a certain side to show your good side on camera or anything?
No. Oh, stop it! Come on, I'm not the TV star.
Ronnie, you seem a little subdued, and Gary made a comment early in the show that Ronald seems to have resurfaced.
That's the rumor in the office is that Ronald is hanging around. That Ronnie the limo driver is very quiet. And that Ronald seems to be
quiet. You should have been in. Where were you all morning? There was a whole bunch of shit going on.
What was going on?
Lieberman was trying to stir up some crap about the blowjob thing, and then he was trying.
What
to,
really need be started there?
And then he was trying to stir up some shit about with Scott with the block party and all that kind of stuff. But there was a lot of crap going on.
There's a lot.
Oh, by the way, Scott quit again. So
well, let's save that for tomorrow.
All right,
because it's not definite yet.
Oh, it is.
It's. I heard it's almost. Definite.
No, it's definite. It's definitely. They already got JD a plane ticket.
Oh, you did? Okay, then we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely.
This is like a sports retirement. He's out, he's in, he's out, he's in.
Well, no, he's a Brett Favre block party. It's got nothing to do with me.
I was thinking more the Who's farewell tour.
I try to talk to him in private this morning. I don't want to go into it because it's Howard's thing. Let's go into it on the air tomorrow. But
I've heard some really great stuff.
Yeah, as have I, but we'll wait until tomorrow.
I try to talk to him.
Has there been more problems with the B12 levels? Or?
Let's get back to today. So you're saying Ronald isn't? We're getting the wrong impression here.
You don't think you've been a little subdued? I don't know, because I don't really see. When I see you, you always say hello. So I don't ever think you're quiet to me.
I'm here, man.
How was?
Lieberman was trying to start some shit also about it wasn't Lieberman, it was Shuley. I don't remember about Robin's thing. I didn't hear it when she announced what was going on with her. And I was outside bringing guests in yesterday, and then they tried to. I didn't know what the hell he was even talking about.
Can I get a clarification, by the way? Robin says she has a mass, right? Where is that?
Where is the mass?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's in the area of the vagina.
Bladder,
I'm assuming that's what's preventing
her.
her.
Is it in the ovaries, or is it in the kidney, or is it in the bladder? I could never.
Don't know, but that's what's preventing her from peeing. So it's got to be
the uterus or in that space because they feel it could be a uterine fibroid.
Right.
So.
Sal said he thought it was in the ureter, and Sal came to me. Such a great moment. He goes, "Can I go in, Gary?" And because I want to know it's in the ureter, the ureter. I said, "Yeah, go in." And then he just turned around and hung his head because he couldn't say the word.
Dude, here comes the news department on fire. Look at this.
Well, Sal does get very defensive about his medical expertise. I mean, you could say he's dumb about some things, but not that. Because,
why?
Well, because he went to school for some particular.
It was like X-rays or something.
Hold on. He doesn't know where California is on a map, but I'm supposed to believe he knows shit about medicine.
Gary, why would you know where California is if you're trying to study medicine?
Or who fought in the Civil War?
But Sal could defend. All right, guys, I don't want to get into the block party stuff, but John, what do you got?
Nothing.
No, Ronnie has been off last week and this week.
Ronnie's not off.
He's been off. Yeah, for the first time yesterday, you said, "I don't need to talk to you. You're just the news department."
Right.
Yeah, and you said that like three times.
Because you like to stir up shit, man.
I did walk by and I did hear this one thing because this is the dagger that you give to Lieberman. Langford was my friend. I don't know what you are.
Ooh. Yeah. He's been throwing the whole Langford thing. Langford's going to come back.
No, I didn't say Langford. When did I ever say Langford's coming back?
Langford was so much better
Langford
than
called
you.
Me.
You have big shoes to fill.
Langford called me on Sunday to say hello.
Right. I tell you what, Langford was no 18.
That's right.
JD, do you think there's
he didn't use M25?
Dude, hold on, guys. JD, do you think there's an actual rivalry?
M25.
Do you think there's an actual rivalry between these two, or they both just love the attention?
I think it's a little bromance going on. I think Ronnie had Scott the engineer as a sort of bro, and now that's sort of gone off to the wayside.
No, that's not going. I'm still friends with Scott,
but Scott's not as fun anymore, and John's the new
Scott's
fun.
miserable.
John's
not
new
my
fun
fault.
fun guy in town.
So John's more of the party.
No, John's no party, believe me.
Are you guys telling me I missed the Scott the Engineer fun stage?
Well, you haven't seen a picture of Ronnie and Scott in a fucking hot tub?
That was a long time ago.
Oh, man. So, John, what's the issue?
Well, everything I ask Ronnie about any day, whether it's the promise he made to Gary to get a colonoscopy, and then you backed off on it. You backed off. You said, "Well, it's the prep that's so hard." And then I
didn't say I wasn't going to do it, did I?
No, but you definitely
stupid ass.
backed
I never
off.
said I wasn't going to do it.
You promised Gary you would get a colonoscopy.
Every question you ask me.
But you had promised Gary, the executive producer of the show, that you would get a colonoscopy.
God, excuse me, God. I'm sorry.
No. And so then when I ask you, when I do a follow-up on Gary's colonoscopy, then you're all wishy-washy. Well, I don't have to tell you. I don't like the prep. I don't want to sit on the toilet all night the night before.
Did I
and
tell you the same thing?
Shit my brains out, so I will do it, I won't do it, and it gets annoying.
I never said I will do it, I wouldn't do it.
Hold on, John.
But it's starting to get into Benji realm where you can't get a straight answer.
Why are you bringing Benji into
hold on,
it
everybody.
now,
Ronnie, what are your concerns about a colonoscopy?
It's a pain in the ass.
Literally.
Ronnie told me.
But what? What specifically? what specifically are you concerned about?
The shitting out crap the day before and all that baloney.
Ronnie never had to do
and
that.
listen to what he sounded like afterwards.
That's what I thought might have thrown you.
But John, Ronnie and I talked about this, and I said, listen, you have an opportunity where you can really save yourself, something we couldn't do 40 years ago, and Ronnie's never had one. And Ronnie said that he's made the appointment several times and canceled it.
Right.
Why?
I just told you. I speak English.
But you haven't done any other medical procedures like that? Do you avoid going to the doctor?
No, I go all the time. I go get the guy who sticks his finger up my ass, the whole deal. But I just don't like the whole idea of that whole thing with sticking shit up my ass and stuff.
You just said you don't mind the guy sticking his finger up your ass.
Now you think a camera.
He loves it.
You never know what they can poke. Look what they did to Wood Yee, man, that time. Holy shit.
Oh, God.
I didn't know you had such strong colonoscopy concerns.
I do. I do.
Whenever somebody doesn't want to
I'll tell them. I won't fucking tell you, M26.
Whenever somebody doesn't want to do something that they have a health issue about, they pull out some very obscure person who is like the one in a million that got fucked up.
Yeah, look what they did to that poor guy, man.
All right, there was one
walking around with his stomach hanging out on the floor.
Oh, God. Ronnie, how was Howard this morning? Was he excited about last night?
Yeah, he was.
And
so was I, because I was there for everything, and I saw, all the tapings and everything, and then to see it all put together. How they edited it all together. It was awesome.
Did it live up to your expectations?
Yeah, it really was great.
Ronnie, last night was so important to Ronnie that he taped Gossip
That's
Girl
right.
with his VCR.
That's right.
So
At
that
least
he
I
could go-
watched.
Let
Wait
me
a minute.
finish.
Let me finish.
Let
At
me
least-
finish.
This is a reporter on
Let
the
me
show,
finish.
John.
Let me finish.
John Hine.
Yes.
John Lieberman is a reporter on the show.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Shouldn't he have watched the whole fucking show?
You're saying he didn't watch
He went to
America's
bed
Got
at 9.
Talent?
He went to bed at 9 o'clock. He watched the first hour and then shut it off.
No, I DVR'd the second hour.
Yeah. When did you watch it? You didn't. You didn't fucking watch it.
I
You haven't watched
DVR.
it, but you haven't watched it yet.
I DVR'd the second hour.
Did you watch it yet, though?
Have I watched the second hour
Yes.
yet? No, I watched the first hour.
Some reporter. I should rest my case.
VCR or DVR, John?
Yeah.
Langford watched the whole show last night.
Yeah, that's right. You got that right.
I bet he did.
But that hasn't stopped John from doing his job, Ronnie. He's
Yes,
still.
it has, because he doesn't know.
That's not- A,
He
it's
doesn't
not
know
my
about the
beat,
whole
pal.
show. What do you mean it's not your beat?
Your
What
beat.
What beat?
My beat is asking you tough questions, asshole.
Everybody, get it on camera. That ain't my beat, pal.
Everybody knows that,
love
John's the city beat, Lisa's the style beat.
Ronnie's
Julie's-
ass beat.
Dude, Lisa, talk about Lisa. I mean, you had it. Did you see pictures of her at the Today Show?
No.
The first morning that Howard did the Today Show?
No.
She was in this outfit. You'd think she was going to Rick's. She had this sparkle outfit on, like the bright blue sparkle top, high heels.
Lieberman looks like he completely disagrees with you.
Tight jeans. You weren't there.
No, I wasn't there. I don't.
So what are you making?
Benji just said I disagree.
He
I
looks
was
like he
listening to
completely
you.
disagrees with you.
I was listening to
I
you
don't care
intently.
I don't care what
Gary,
he says.
they're like an old married couple.
It's
these days.
very
Nice
funny to
recovery.
watch. It's just like whatever. If you say black, I say white. That's what these two are.
He still wears M25. That's
Okay.
all.
What's M25?
I thought it was
You've
an
been tweeting
N26
this.
a
I
second
need to set
ago.
the record straight.
No, that's mine. Is M26.
What-
M25 is his hair color just for men.
Oh, you dye your hair too?
Yeah.
No, I don't dye
Yes,
my
he
hair
does.
too.
Oh, come
Let
on.
me tell you something.
M25
I have never once.
just
It's
for
full
men.
of grays on the side.
No,
he
it's
started
not.
this thing
No, it's
online that I dye my hair, so people are
You started
tweeting
with me,
pictures
dude.
of here's the cheapest box of M26 in town. Go to Duane Reade. Go to Walgreens. Go to this and that. And he's
$6.99
keeping
is a
this
great
going
price.
down. Yeah,
man.
it's a great price.
That guy
isn't it?
he put it up the other
Yeah,
day.
you don't even need a coupon to get such a good price. do you?
Ronnie,
I
do you
pay
think Ronnie?
I pay
Ronnie,
$8.99.
do you think his hair is dyed right now?
Yes.
Would you put money on it?
Yes.
I bet you
Because we could do it.
$30 million.
Oh.
That it's
I don't
not
have
dyed.
$30 million.
I bet you all the money you get from getting blown by Richard that it's not dyed. All of it.
Hi, I'm Scott the Engineer, and on Wednesday's wrap-up show, another discussion of the block party. This goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You suck, you suck, you cheap, you're cheap, you're cheap, you lie, you lie. We all lie. Everybody lies. Anyway, the block party's a mess, and so is the wrap-up show. Check it out.
Scott the engineer has walked away from the block party with J.D. Harmeyer stepping right in there. And Scott, I talked to him a little bit, and his mind seems to be made up. And I know Shuley's mind was made up a long time ago. And do you think Scott's making a big mistake?
I think I do. I still can't get a clear answer on how this whole thing started out. And, so Scott's saying that in his mind, it was being split three ways. However it came to be, right, to where it is now, and somebody had to take control of it. Shuli decided to be that person, meaning I'm going to take control of it, I'm going to manage it. And so now Shuli has said, this is what it's going to be, I'm making you this offer. So instead of all this crap that's going on in the air, Scott could just say, you know what, that's not what I agreed to, I'm just going to walk away from it, or I agree to it. But it just gets drawn out for weeks and weeks and weeks, complaining, and everybody comes to me to tell me what a pain in the ass Scott's being.
Wait, you're saying Scott is the one that's making a big thing
I'm saying that Scott could have made the decision at some point, either he wants to be part of it or he doesn't.
From everything Scott's saying, he did. That they made him an offer and he said no. This was the original
but this has been going on for like 5 months, is what I'm saying.
I don't see how you can pin it on Scott.
I'm not pinning it on Scott. I'm saying that Scott can walk away from it, but I don't understand.
That's what he's doing.
It's taken him 6 months to figure out to walk away.
Benji, if Shuli fired Scott and Scott agreed to walk away, then why are we still talking about
That's right.
this?
Did they come back to Scott?
No. Scott agreed to it, then walked away, then might come back today, and that's what I'm saying. Like he can't really decide. He feels like he's being wrong. But whatever. Hold on.
Say the same thing on the other side.
Hold on. Let me just finish what I was going to say, and then I'll let you jump in. So I guess my point is that it seems to be that we're talking about a small amount of money, and unless Scott was going to go off and do his own thing, I don't know why he's walking away from this. That's what I would say.
Because he feels he was ripped off.
He feels he was ripped off, and he doesn't trust. What I got from all this is that he doesn't trust Shuli.
But now he's not going to make anything, and I know that the whole point of
he doesn't want to deal with the aggravation. To him, it's not worth it.
The whole point of it, I don't know what the initial carving it up was, but I do know that it started when Scott said, "Hey, I'd like to go out and do some shows and make some money." So I wonder why you're walking away from the money. Because it seems like the money that you feel like you're being fucked out of, if that's the case, is minimal compared to how it benefits you.
Scott, why are you walking away?
Again, I'll repeat it. We've reached an impasse on what we think happened and what the agreement was. So it took me a little while to figure out what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. So once I figured that out, and I became more of an employee type of person than a partner, is what I thought we all.
I still can't understand, and that's what I'm trying to find out. Was it? Nobody seems to be able to answer the question. When you guys started this, the three of you got together. Did you say, "Let's do this"? It's a three-way split, or let's do this and let's just go out.
When we first started, it evolved into that. After,
but at some point,
we said, and Shuli said, and Ronnie agreed, and I agreed that we weren't making any money. We weren't selling tickets. We have to take X amount of dollars each to make this move forward so we can afford to do more shows. And we agreed. This is what we do. We take X amount of dollars each. Everything was equal. And that's what I thought it would continue to be. Even though there was more money, we'd still kept equal amounts. And then at some point, I became an employee rather than the three of us working together on this gig. And quite honestly, I didn't.
You lose me there. I don't want to talk about how it all came together. I think we've beaten that to death. But at what point did you decide, you know what, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, I want out? Because let's face it, you're still getting a good chunk of change.
I'm not denying that's not a good chunk. Of course, that's a great chunk of change.
Okay, so what?
For doing nothing, as everybody says.
Well, we know what you do.
Scott, let's not kid ourselves.
Well, it's not only.
And you really don't do much.
You're not doing an hour of material. It's more an appearance type of thing.
Listen to me.
You're DJing from your iPhone.
I'm not going to get into that. I think we all have a responsibility toward what we do in the show. I travel as much as we all spend the same amount of time on the road, on a plane, in a hotel.
If that were the case, then the PA on America's Got Talent should make as much as Howard, because they all travel the same amount.
Well, no, that's a little. That's a little. I think that's a little more. I mean, we're still involved. Equal, yeah. Shuli does more time on stage.
Right. I guess I would say, do you feel? And this would probably be the big question. Do you feel that your contribution to the show is equal to everyone else's, or does it not matter to you?
That has nothing to do with it in this particular case.
Then what is it?
It's the agreement that I thought that we had, that we split. I don't know if you split is the right word, but take the same fee.
Well, that's a split.
Everybody would take the same fee, and then all of a sudden it was like I didn't even know what was going on, and these guys were obviously getting more money than me.
Scott, I mean, what it sounds like to me, boiling it all down, is you're pissed that Shuli's taking home more money than you are.
No. You see,
That's what it sounds like to
not
me.
The reason.
But if you agree to this fee,
if he wanted more money, we sit down and say, "Listen, guys, I'm doing more than you. I'm going to get a little more than you." It was never discussed, but with me, it might have been discussed with Ronnie. But I never. They came to me and said, "We're going to pay you a flat fee." That's it. That's
so
what
you
we're
weren't
gonna
part of the discussion. It was presented
Yeah,
to you.
him and Ronnie came to me and said, "We decided that we're going to pay you a flat fee." I'm like, after they did the show with JD and they paid him a flat fee, I think they thought, "Hey, we could just pay him a flat fee. What's the difference?"
But I'm looking at this a different way. Forget about whether Shuley headlines or does anything like that. That's a different way of looking at it. When you guys said, okay, all three of us are equal, and then you saw Shuley doing, the lion's share of the work, not the on-stage work, the off-stage work.
Well, I don't
Did it
know-
ever dawn on you and say, well,
I don't know
we're all
exactly-
taking an equal fee, but he seems to be working harder?
I didn't see him actually doing any. I didn't witness it. He was doing. He was talking to promoter. Okay, so I thought the promoter was handling most of the booking and the travel arrangements. I didn't know Shuley was involved in booking, travel arrangements as he claimed previously. But that's what we have a promoter for, and that's what the promoter gets paid for, and he takes a good chunk as well. So that's why I thought, he does more. And this particular show, I didn't think one of us is a headliner. We're all responsible for getting this show out, getting it promoted, and making sure that things go well.
So I guess you go, John.
Scott, I want to, because Sal's sitting next to me now, and I want to ask this question. And be honest.
Yes.
When you walked in to Sal and Richard and said, "Hey, I want to let's do a block party," or something like that, you say you're joking. I don't believe you're joking.
That was absolutely a joke. It was the Black Cloud Tour. I said, "Why don't we do a Black Cloud Tour?"
Sal,
that
do you think
absolutely a joke?
Sal, do you think Scott was kidding?
I cannot do that myself. That's impossible.
But why can't you?
Well, let Sal answer the question.
Go ahead.
Do you think he was kidding?
I have to take. I like Scott, and I have to take his word for it. I didn't think he was kidding when he asked, but now that he's saying it, I can believe that he's kidding.
Was it in the hallway as a passing comment, or did he
No,
open
he just came into office, and we talk in the office a lot, so it was closed door, but that has nothing to do with Scott. It wasn't a private intent because of the closed door, but I thought there could have been some truth to that. Like, I think if I would have said yes, perhaps Scott would have.
No, I don't.
Pursued, I'm not saying that you would. That's a bad thing. But now that Scott made me aware that it was a joke, I'll take.
How
his
far
word
did you
for
take
it.
a joke? Was there
I
a
take his
flat
word
fee
for it.
established?
But Scott, why can't you do the Black Cloud Tour? Why do you say you can't do it?
I'm not into getting.
But you can do it. You
why
choose not to.
Sal and Richard have plenty of material, so that's not the issue.
Yeah, but
They don't wanna
we're
do
going
that.
on our own.
They do their own thing. I knew they have their own thing. I was just kidding with them. I don't. It takes. Look,
We don't want this loser.
So wait, if they have their own
no one's
thing,
going to come to just see me and comedians. I'm from the show. The block party was good because there were a number of people from the show. Everything's show related. I'm not claiming that I could do that myself. I never did claim that.
so I guess I'm sorry. The question is, if you know you can't do it, you can't do the Black Cloud Tour for sure. You know that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that.
And you don't want to work with the block party anymore, but you.
No, I didn't say I didn't want to work. I love working with the block party. It was just a matter of I don't think that the agreement that I thought that we had was honored. That's
so
all.
you're saying you're willing to not make any money based on the principle of it. Is that what this is about?
That's what it's about. That's what I walked away. Listen, can I use extra money? Yes. Who can use extra money? Will it change my life a lot? Not really. But it's good to pay off some
Having
bills.
an extra $5,000 a month doesn't change your life.
It's not $5,000 a month.
Well, it would be twice a month.
No,
we do 1 weekend a month.
That's it, 1 weekend a month.
Yeah.
Still $2,500.
No,
That's nice.
It doesn't
chunk of change. That's a lot of hookers on the road, Scott.
It's $30,000 a year. 10 times 2,500.
Well, whatever.
$25,000, another $30,000 a year.
Then it's taxes. So
get your own apartment.
We got to be legal.
But it's still money, Scott. For not. I know you're putting the time in, but not.
There's a lot of time put in. There is. I don't care what anybody says. We do a 2-hour show, but there's a lot of time put in traveling, and it's 3 days. I mean, it's usually 3 days of. If we do 2 shows, it's or 4
John or
hours.
Gary, if someone just says like, "I need you somewhere in a spot for $2,000 for a weekend," you could give up your weekend for it?
I did it for 15 fucking years.
I'm saying right now, if someone wants to hire you, just go sit at their house for a weekend or something like that. Would you do it?
It depends on whose house, where it is, and what I'm in the mood to do. But see, it's different. I'm in a different position now because I used to have to take these gigs, and I don't have to take them anymore. So I'm much choosier about it. But there was a period of time, and I wouldn't say I had to take them, but I chose to take them because I could give my family a better life. And I started to say to Scott, I said, let's save it for the air. in 3.5 years, Howard might be gone. And you might have to get a job still at a place where the ability to make this extra money just doesn't exist. And you may be very sorry then. And like I said, I've always said, being able to go out and do these appearances, it's in essence free money. Sure, the travel sucks, but my friends don't have the ability to go out and make this kind of free money.
I realize that.
And I just don't want to see you miss something that you could have had.
And the other thing, Scott, is the reason you did this in the first place
was to make money.
Yeah, and now you're walking away from the money you'd make.
I am being stubborn. I know that, and obviously I have my faults as well. It's a principle thing, and I guess that I don't want to be shit on, and that's how I felt. Whether they're trying to do it, they're probably not trying to shit on me, but I felt.
Who's they, by the way?
Ronnie, Ronnie,
whoa.
Ronnie, move over close to a microphone.
Yeah.
Has he always? Is this principle that Scott's talking about? Is this just surfaced recently, or has he always felt this way? Because now he's saying.
What do you mean?
He's saying this is not. It's a matter of principle right
It's
now.
not money. It's the principle that he's being mistreated and he's going to walk away because of his pride.
I guess the main thing is he feels that he doesn't trust Shuley. That's the main thing. That's what I got out of this whole thing. It is, Scott. You said to me, basically, that's what you said. Not in so many words.
Well, it's because when I look at...
And then I've heard another thing which really pisses me off, that I didn't have your back through this whole thing.
I didn't say... I never said that.
I've heard that, dude.
Who said that?
I'm really upset about that shit.
I never said that.
I'm not kidding, really.
Well, I never said that, and
because
obviously you don't want to get in the middle. Obviously,
no, I don't.
You just want to be.
To me, it's not a business.
To
me,
it's your name. It's your name on the whole thing.
I don't care. But it's not a business to me. It's a thing for to go out and have fun, go home on Monday and forget about the weekend. It's not like I'm thriving on this whole thing. That this is my whole livelihood or whatever. I like going out there and hanging out with the people. I love it.
Well, you guys have different reasons you do it. Completely different reasons.
Yeah, but I don't like the idea that he says I don't have his back, man. And that's so not true.
How does Ronnie not have your back?
I never said he didn't
I'm
have
not
my
saying
back.
you said it, but how does he not have your back?
Well, it's just like he's neutral. He just wants to. I don't care what he makes. I don't care what he makes.
Is there something wrong with that? Being neutral?
You feel he should take your side?
Well,
theoretically,
he doesn't
have Shuley's back either.
Well, I thought we had an agreement that we each take equal amounts. He's backing off from saying that we had that agreement and saying, I don't care what he makes, I don't care what you make, I don't care what I make.
I don't care.
I'm happy with what
Scott, no one's backing out and saying that agreement didn't exist. That agreement existed when there was... If that agreement wasn't made, the tour would have been over after 2 shows.
Exactly what I said.
Okay, so that's why everything had to be split at that point. And when we went on the road for the first weekend for Seattle, Portland, right?
We did split it, and you did show me the financials,
Absolutely.
And then I don't know what changed.
What changed is you made more every weekend after that, and you got less and less happy about it. You complained more and more the more money you made.
But Julie, do you think it's unfair if you always showed him the financials?
I showed it to him one time the first weekend we were out. I showed it to him once, so they never done this before. So I went out of my way to show them no one's here to fuck you over. No one's here to screw you. This is every cent that we made broken down so you can see it.
So wait. Why did you? But you said you guys did have a split, and then at some point it changed, correct?
And they came to me and said, "We're going to pay you this flat fee." Where? I thought we
First of all,
were
you
weird.
say we came to you and said you agreed to this last week. You looked me in the eyes in your studio and said, "Okay, draw up a contract."
Did you draw it up?
Did I draw it up? Now, this is my fucking fault again. This is what I mean. I go out of my way to try and not be an asshole to you. I don't mean to be an asshole to you. I've talked to you personally. I don't hate you. I don't hate you, okay? But you're going out of your way to make me fucking nuts. I don't get it.
Wait. So
I don't
Shul. Before last week, when all you guys were saying Scott was being horrible about this, you're saying now that his problem was last week where he said, I'll do it, then he said, I won't till I have the contract. But before that, did he do anything wrong?
Yeah, I did stuff wrong. obviously.
he canceled on shows
Thank you,
and wasn't being honest.
Right. I admitted, and
This is a hostile
I
witness
copped to that, and I
against
said
Scott.
that was absolutely the wrong thing that I did. It was a health issue that I tried to cover up, and I didn't do it properly, and I should have went to those guys. But he should have come to us or me or the three
So
of
I
us
like
and said,
that you can
I
make
think I deserve
decisions-
more money than you guys.
I agree with that.
And that never
It's-
happened.
So it's a partnership
That never
unless
happened.
you need to make a decision. Then you can make it on your own, like quitting Toronto, quitting Chicago,
I didn't make it
Arizona,
on my own.
not coming back out on stage in San Francisco. That's
Well,
something we didn't
that-
discuss, right?
Well, we
That's
didn't
something
discuss.
you never brought to
we
the
didn't
table.
discuss pranking me either in San Francisco, did we?
We prank Ronnie every fucking weekend. Do you see him?
All right. Hold on. I got a question for you, Scott. I'm
yeah,
going
go
to move this ahead a little bit.
Go ahead.
Do you see yourself in 6 months when the block party's rolling and JD's the lead guy? Do you see yourself regretting this decision?
It's possible. Yes, it's opposite. Yeah, yes.
You regret it already.
On the mic, Ron.
Well, if I had a mic, if somebody fucking give me one.
What are you so angry
Do you
about?
regret it already?
Listen.
Look, I'm upset about this whole fucking thing because I'll tell you what. You say I don't have your back, and I knew about your medical shit, and you told me to keep it quiet, and I did.
Right.
And I could have blown this whole thing out on the air and said, Scott's full of shit. He's not going to a fucking wedding. He's fucked up in his head and he's sick. He thinks.
Is he sick or is he?
I'm
does he
not
think
lying
he's
about
sick?
it.
No, I know you're not lying about it, but
I'm not lying about it.
I'm making a joke out of it.
Oh,
but
that was
you
killer.
can't shut up, idiot. You can't say I don't have your back, Scott. I'm sorry. I'm really insulted about that.
Gary, this is really a new wrinkle here because I didn't realize how hurt Ronnie was by what Scott did or Scott saying he didn't do, not having his back.
See, this is where I get lost in the abyss. Ronnie says that Scott did something. Scott says he didn't do it, but Ronnie's still pissed about it. So
I'm not pissed. I'm I thought we were friends. I don't know now.
Well,
because I have a feeling that he's holding a grudge right now against me too.
Do you have a grudge against Ronnie?
I have no grudge.
Do you have a grudge against Shuley?
No, I don't have a grudge. We just have a difference of opinion. And, we didn't come to an agreement on it. And
You did come to an agreement. You did come to an agreement last Wednesday with him.
Well, that is a question. Did you agree to something and change your mind?
I kind of was like, okay, begrudgingly I come to an agreement, and then
that's an agreement.
What changed?
That was my question.
Well, hold on. So you came to an agreement, then there was a weekend.
It was a weekend. We didn't have it in writing. He didn't come back to me, and like we said we were going to do. And then what changed was I realized, you know what? I don't think it's right. I just couldn't go forward with it because I didn't think it was the right thing for me.
Is this in any way a ploy? Are you banking on the fact that because a lot of people, even up on the board, say
it's not a ploy.
Shuley's an asshole. Scott, they need Scott to sell tickets, but do they need Scott to sell tickets?
No, they don't need Scott to sell tickets. They need a lot of people to sell tickets. They don't need Scott. They got JD.
Do you think do you think the Jason Kaplan show will be funnier than the Scott show?
I don't know what that's going to be like, but. No, I'm not delusional and think that they need me to sell tickets.
Doug Goodstein, you have an
happen.
answer here?
Well, I was talking to Gary earlier about this. Why not put it in writing? Just give him a contract, and you'll shut him up.
That's what I was on my way to doing. Apparently, the window of opportunity closed for that, and I wasn't aware of it.
That's crazy.
And on Monday morning, he came to me and said he started back at square one.
Yeah, they spoke before they
had
went
a
away.
30-minute mini.
They got in at 6 a.m. Shuley didn't have the contract ready yet. I guess
they said he have it the next day.
But listen,
whatever.
Scott, you could put in the contract your terms. Put all the travel, all the shit on him.
But it's hard.
You don't have to deal with him. You give him a little budget.
And
he can get there. He can get back. And you don't have to deal with the bullshit.
All I said, Doug, we'll do flat fee for the shows, okay? And if the weekends we do very well, I will bump him up. I will give him more money.
Without knowing how well we do, then I don't know.
But it doesn't matter. You'll be a contract. You'll have a contract.
And you never even got it to that point.
You guys are saying, Scott, take a flat fee.
No, I won't know exactly what I make. Hold it. If I agree to that, yeah, I can take $2,000 or whatever they want to offer me. That's fine. I'm also taking a risk that if we don't sell any tickets and the show makes $10, then we all get $10.
No, that's why it's
no. By what I was
You'll
asking,
make out like a bandit. You might make more than that.
No, but he's saying he wants to
fee.
do the gamble.
But what I was asking for is taking a gamble rather than just getting what he wanted to offer me. In other words, I stood by my principles.
On good faith, he would do that.
You guys are suffering
you
from
just don't trust
like
him.
ridiculous amounts of bureaucracy.
If you looked at the numbers, you might not.
It's insane.
You might have some questions as well.
Scott,
you guys, other than Ronnie, are suffering from an. Ridiculous. Ronnie, you just want to show up, do the show, and get paid. Correct?
I think Ronnie's at the point now where he's afraid it's going to end.
No, I'm not afraid it's going to end. It ends and ends. What am I going to do? I'm not going to cry over it either.
But you don't want it to end.
No, it's fun. I mean, we got dates booked all the way through the end of the year. I don't want it. Why would I want it to end? And we're selling out shows left and right.
You can't argue that the show is what it is because of these three. So to take Scott away, I think really down the road has a ripple effect.
But you don't think JD is very popular?
I agree, but I think Scott has a certain
assholeness to
chemistry.
him.
There's something that Scott is a draw in my books. It's just
I think Scott's being anti-Semitic, and that's it.
Well, you got to work with these
He doesn't
Jews,
trust
really.
Julie because he's Jewish. He had Julie do all the paperwork because he's Jewish.
saying he's a god?
Gary,
Right?
you're always nasty to Julie because he's Jewish. This is anti-Semitic, and it should stop immediately. Scott, you're fired.
We've been talking about this for 40 minutes, and I don't think we resolved anything.
He's not
No.
fired.
Oh, you quit.
Well, it'll go on and on.
I think
Scott's
we
out.
Have an impasse.
I think when push comes to shove down the road, Scott will regret it, and I feel bad for him. For
Scott, $3,000 flat fee. Would you do it?
Again, if everybody got $3,000, that's fine.
No, but that's
but you're full of shit. If you're telling me that you're worried about what other people are making because you don't want to make more than you. Just
Scott,
be
what's your
honest.
number that you'll definitely do it for a flat fee, regardless of what other people will make?
$1 million.
Scott, I thought that was for ass fucking.
Oh, okay.
He's being like you, Benji. He's not going to answer you.
Scott, I got three.
That's
Scott,
okay if he doesn't have a
Scott,
number.
I got 3 words for you.
I wasn't thinking
Brian
about it.
Dunkelman.
Who?
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate. On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about death. Everybody's going to die at some point. And I talked about whether I should have Baba Booey put on my tombstone. And that led to all of us talking about death. Ronnie had some funny thoughts, but the most interesting thing was JD is very afraid of death, which I get, but he's so afraid he doesn't want to talk about it. Here's how it went.
Before we get to Tiffany, I do want to talk about the Olympian who called in, Skyped in from Russia, I guess. Yeah, just to, he gave you the big Baba Booey shout out and plans to do plenty more, including if he medals.
Yeah, I think it's funny when people say he gave me the big Baba Booey shout out. It's not about me, it's about the show. Baba Booey, I said Baba Booey is a word that you yell out to let the whole world know
But
you're a Howard Stern
you
fan.
must get. I would. I mean, you don't get personal, like a little, like
I
wow,
think
that's kind of neat.
I think it's kind of neat, but I think it sort of transcends me. In other words, not going Gary Dell'Abate, it's going Baba Booey, but that's just a word. But it's great. It's great that he did that on literally an international stage.
Yeah. Well, ultimately, it is your nickname. I know what you're saying. The show is bigger, but it is kind of personal to
It's
you.
fun. Believe me, it's fun. I mean, I like it when there's a guy. I can't remember his last name. Seth. He does NCAA basketball updates and stuff like that.
Seth Davis.
Yeah, and so we'll be sitting on the couch, like Mike Jackson and all his friends will be sitting on the couch watching March Madness, and he'll go, "Look at this one." He goes up for the shot, Baba Booey, and everybody looks at me and cracks up. They think it's a riot.
I've said before, I think this is one of those things that it's going to outlive the show. And like 100 years from now, people will be doing like Baba Booey at whatever the news is then, and people won't know why. They just know it's something you do like at public events.
Do you think... this is funny because I had to deal with some stuff at the cemetery yesterday. Do you think...
Did someone Baba Booey?
I should have it on my tombstone?
Yeah. Do you plan on having it on your tombstone?
No, I'm not even sure I plan on having a tombstone.
Oh, really?
I'm thinking of going the cremation route. Although Mary wants to be
Put it on the urn.
Mary wants to be cremated, and I told her I would like a large tombstone with Klieg lights that go 24 hours.
You're going the cremation route, Ronnie? Is that your plan?
Possibility.
They already started, it looks like.
You're a scream, man.
Have you thought about
Is that from comic school you learned that? Huh?
Have you given any thought
Went
to
to
that?
comic school, you asshole? Huh?
That's the same school that Sal went to, right?
Yeah.
Ronnie,
Yeah.
seriously, have you given any thought to that?
What?
Like,
Yeah.
And?
I don't know. I don't know, man. Why do you have to have people come and cry at your gravestone? Just burn up and say goodbye, and that's it.
Well, people want to fondly remember you and think back to times they had.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to get buried under a stage at a strip club.
And then I'll come and see you.
They're going to have a glass floor, you know. So I'll be laying there in my box like this,
Ronnie,
looking up.
Good news. I'm not going to Pine Lawn. I am going to Rick's. I'll tell you if that's where you are.
Everyone's excited to visit Ronnie, you know.
Ronnie's been practicing for that service for years.
Like Mel Brooks. No, not Mel Brooks. Mel Blanc. Like his tombstone says, "That's all, folks." Like, should I put Baba Booey on my tombstone?
People ask me if I'm going to put Jump the Shark on mine. Honestly,
he jumped the shark.
Finally jumped the shark. You know,
Ronnie's will be the only tombstone that says, "Let's fuck some whores on it."
Ronnie, who is that?
Hey, Ronnie, you said, I know you've said before that you're scared of like some aspects of getting older and stuff. Are you?
What? When did I say that?
Well, you said you
mentioned
said that like you said you're scared of like Stephanie leaving you and things like that.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that's a whole different situation. It's not.
Okay, but I'm just like, are you the type of person? Do you dwell on death a lot?
No, not at all.
Does it scare you? Do you get depressed about it?
I get depressed when I see nice people that don't deserve to be sick like that. And
but like, what about your personal self?
Well, my personal self, I don't really give a shit. I'll worry about it at the time when it happens. But
he's too busy living.
Ronnie,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this opportunity to call you out.
Good.
We spoke on the air some months ago.
Oh, stop it now! My doctor got on me on Thursday with that shit.
You told me.
Yeah,
you
I'm
were
doing
gonna-
it. I'm doing it now.
A colonoscopy. When are
I'm
you doing
it?
When?
Yeah, I got to call the guy.
I know, but that's what you said 4 months ago.
No, the guy gave me a number to call.
Why do you keep putting it off?
I didn't put it off. I just never did it.
Oh,
clearly.
Oh,
I didn't put it off.
I see the difference.
I
put
just
it that
didn't do
way.
it.
No, but I know what you mean, Benji. A lot of people have a tough time thinking about mortality and even having these conversations about a tombstone or whatever else, where other people don't really have.
You
a
know who
problem
has
with
the
it.
worst time with it? Who cannot discuss it at all? JD.
Really?
Oh yeah. You bring him in here, ask him about that. He completely shuts down.
I didn't know that. Actually.
Wait. Is that typical?
Well, that's why I'm a
not
reporter,
atypical of most conversations with him? Like,
what's that?
Yeah, where are the conversations where he flourishes?
Dead man walking. Here he is.
What's wrong with your eye?
What happened to my eye?
Yeah, what's going on with your eye?
I blew a blood vessel.
Doing what?
I don't know. I don't know how it
Taking a
happened.
shit?
I don't know how it happened. But
Writing-
I went to the eye
writing
doctor
poetry?
Saturday, and I just wanted to make sure that's all it was, and that's what it is.
When I asked Ronnie about his eye, there were a couple possibilities of how he popped it. One was taking a dump, and in his words, maybe pumping my girlfriend, as he said.
oh,
When did you notice that?
There's a lovely image.
Friday morning, when I woke up.
And it was a swelling worse then?
It's not swollen. It's just blown. The vessel
red.
is blown out.
There's blood in there.
Blown over it.
We were talking about mortality.
Dead man
Gary was
walking.
talking about.
I don't
what he
want
was-
to talk about death.
Come on, Why? man.
I really don't want to talk about
Come on,
death.
you got to come and burn with me?
Why?
No, because it seriously scares the shit out of me, and I think about it enough on a daily basis.
Do you think that if you talk about it, it will make it happen?
It just makes me think about it, and it really just weirds me out, and I just really hate just.
And
even
I
thinking
can
about
relate to this because I was like this for a while. Like I had that same problem where
Until
I
after you got married.
I would
And then you died.
I would just lay in bed and I'd think, oh my god, like this is. We only get one shot at
Oh
it.
my
Like, what
God,
the
I can't even be around for this to smoke.
and he freaks out.
I don't go around one time, JD. That's what I keep telling you, man.
Let's
Enjoy the block party.
Let's not talk about death specifically.
Quick crowbar that in.
Let's not talk about JD.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about death specifically, but rather like your phobia. Like, what about it makes you like I can't think about it.
Because I don't know what happens after, and I don't know.
Maybe nothing.
Well, exactly.
The
and
bugs
I
are going to eat your eyes
I know.
out, man.
I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know if I'll be in pain. I don't know if it'll be in like an embarrassing situation.
Can I say something? Because I understand what he's saying a little
I don't
bit.
know if I'll be shot or
we have
something.
we have no control. Like I think about death a lot. Today I'm driving in and I hear the story on the news station about the guy driving the wrong way on the Long Island Expressway again. And he hit somebody. The guy driving drunk instantly died. Well, they don't know if he was drunk. And the guy he hit is in bad condition. And I always think, like, I think I'm doing the right thing, but maybe today's the day a guy gets on the fucking West Side Highway going the wrong way. And then I have no control.
You don't know.
Is it the unknown? Is it because you can't control it? What about
Yeah,
it?
it's just everything about it. It's just like everything just ends, and you don't know what.
And that's exactly what I would think. It's the same exact thing that I would think. That it just how is this all just end all of a sudden?
But see, but with that attitude, which is not that weird for people to have, with that attitude, you should go, well, if I don't know when it's going to end, I'm going to do all these great things and get it done before it's too late.
He's doing it, man. He's doing it.
No, it actually just makes me not want to do anything, and I just want to prolong my life doing nothing.
How long have you had this issue?
Oh my God! Since as far as I can remember. I mean, yeah, there's a scene in What About Bob when the little kid is freaking out Bill Murray, and he's like, "We're all gonna die."
I remember that.
This is it. We all die. He just keeps going on and on. And I remember then, like, I had those same thoughts, and I was like, holy shit, this is freaking me out. And that's one of the scenes I never forget from What About Bob.
You think JD's being ridiculous here, Will?
Yeah, a little ridiculous.
Oh, fuck Will.
I mean, if you're so worried about being healthy, why don't you watch it?
All right, shut up. Has nothing to do with health. And he works in a fat joke.
No, but it brings up a point. Hack. Like, if you got diabetes tomorrow, right, which would alter your life, would you say, God, I could have done something different?
Yeah, of course.
Then why don't you?
I don't know. Because I'm lazy. I like doing what I'm doing. It makes me happy.
So you are living life. You're living life.
He's
living
whatever.
large. That's for sure.
All right.
You're living life if you could only enjoy it.
Exactly.
Would you want to be cremated or tombstone or?
Jesus. I don't want to think.
Burn up, man. It's good.
Don't even.
You don't want to get eaten by those maggots. You know how they crawl into your eyes and shit, man?
Whatever.
What they did to Ronnie's eye.
Keep talking. Whatever gets Will off a big casket joke or something.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we're going to talk about me, Sal, JD, and this hot chick, Kelsey, who came in with these big tits. And after she came out of the studio, there was a little bit of turmoil in the control room with Scott DePace and Sal. Sal was like infatuated with her boobs. DePace was pissed off because he didn't get to touch her boobs. There was all kinds of shit going down in there, but you should tune in to the wrap-up show and find out what really happened after she came out of the studio.
You were all about titty fucking this girl. You brought it up numerous times.
Listen, dude, when you got them like that, you use them. You don't put them to waste.
Do you think you convinced her that she shouldn't do what she's going to do?
No, she's going to do it. I'm telling you.
You just have that feeling?
I have that feeling.
She's got that look in her eyes.
She's going to do it. She's going to do it.
You were.
I was hoping at least she would cancel Friday's appointment and think about it a little bit. But I don't think so.
Now, you were fired up over it, but Robin was really fired up over it today. Did you notice that, Gary?
I did. I don't understand why Kelsey came here, because she appeared to want our opinion.
Right.
And then she didn't want our opinion, and I don't think she came here just to show us her tits.
See,
maybe she came here thinking, you know what, I'm pretty sure I want to do this, so I'll just go, and I'm sure they're going to give me the affirmation I'm looking for.
She did say she thought Howard would say to get the boob job.
You were in love today, JD.
Oh, yeah.
It was painfully obvious.
Well, she's a cute girl, and the tits just went her way over the top.
You know how I knew he was in love is at one point she got up and she went to take her headphones out, and this guy springs into action to help her with that. I've never seen him jump to help anybody.
Anything to catch a glimpse of him, as close as I could.
They were throwing,
maybe touch him again.
They were throwing money at her in the Howard TV studio afterwards. They were seeing if she could do jumping jacks with her breasts, either staying in or falling out, and they were all throwing in $5. Ronnie threw in, Scott DePace. She walked away with a wad of money.
What was going on in that?
Wait a second. Why didn't anyone come get me for that?
Yeah, what was going on in that?
There's a lot going on at Howard TV. Let's start with this. So
assholes.
I get an IM about from, first of all, DePace goes over the, he sends me an IM and he goes, tell her to take her hands off her boobs, right? But then he gets on and he goes, when Howard said JD could go in, because I said, hey, there's some guys who want to test the firmness. And Howard goes, like, who? And I said, DePace, Phelan, and Greg. And also JD. And he goes, tell JD to come in here. And so I hear on my speaker, what the fuck?
She chose JD.
Well, no, she said no to DePace. Will told me to go in. I wasn't going to touch her boobs, but I was
But
I want to give a little insight on the deal.
Several times, DePace over the Squawk Box was like, "This is bullshit. What the fuck?" And then I get an IM from Doug. DePace is in here cursing up a storm that he can't get in.
Why was he so upset?
Because I think it was his idea, and he's like, "It's my idea. I don't even get to feel the titties."
So he was upset.
Hey, thanks, Scott.
JD, you were thrilled being chosen,
of course. Are you kidding me?
But it sounds like there was like a stripper party going on in the Howard TV.
No, it wasn't really a stripper party.
So what was
I
happening?
walked in on the tail end of it, and they were throwing money. They were betting $5, but nobody bet except me and DePace that when she did jumping jacks, her tits would fall out.
She still had
and
her
a bikini top.
Right.
So she was doing
and I said, I bet him yes they would, and he said no they wouldn't.
So she was doing jumping jacks in the Howard TV control room.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Is there footage of this?
Hold on. So here's what I saw. I go to the bathroom. I see the Howard TV camera in there, and I see Sal. And Sal seems to be putting on some sort of a show.
Of course.
Come out of the bathroom. Whatever I see, it's given, as your kid used to say, the O factor is going off. So I go to Sal. I go put my hand up and I give him like snap my fingers to the waiter. Come here. So Sal comes out. I go, let's shut this down. And he goes, okay. He comes to my office about 10 minutes later. He goes, thank you so much. And I go, why? He goes, I don't know. I could have gone. I felt like I could be out of control. You did the right thing shutting that down. It was the weirdest thing.
What was he doing?
I don't know exactly. I just didn't.
He was showing her how to do jumping jacks. But he was like out of his mind when he was doing it. He almost broke his hand.
And I witnessed Gary with the hand wave to Sal. It was almost like a dad telling his kid, get out of that situation.
And
it's about to get bad.
I had no idea what was going on, but it just didn't look right.
And Sal needed you to shut him down.
He was so happy.
Scott DePace, we hear that you were quite upset that you weren't chosen to test firmness
What
today.
are you talking about? You want to smell my hands?
Gary said you were cursing up a storm in the control room.
Not cursing up a storm, but
You were like, what the fuck?
Who doesn't like to feel a nice pair of tits? I mean,
And it was sort of your idea.
Yeah, well, we've always done it for years, and I felt a lot of tits through my ears.
Well, she chose JD, though. I mean, you can't get mad at anybody else.
Because JD's non-threatening. Me,
You're a threat?
Yeah.
Oh,
please, get the fuck out of here.
He's from Pennsylvania originally, or Delaware, whatever.
She didn't really choose
with that,
JD.
sir, you're real threatening.
We threw out a bunch of names, and she said JD. Okay, now if Scott and the other guys came in, she might have been up for it.
Hey, Scott, does your wife mind at all?
No. Although the only time she did, I think she was pregnant that one time, and when I felt Victoria's a drock. And
You feel her tits or her clit?
I felt her tits from behind, and I immediately called Pam afterwards, who was 8 months pregnant. I said, hey, listen, just so you know, I just did that. And she said, I don't care. She calls back 5 minutes later and goes, wait, now what did you do? And I told her, and apparently one of our neighbors had heard the segment and said to her, hey, man, you a nice woman, 8 months pregnant, you're letting your
What the fuck is up with neighbors?
I know.
Richie Wilson, what do you want to say?
One of the best things you guys missed was Sal said to the girl, let me see your shoes, and he got on his hands and knees and crawled and looked up her skirt.
See, can't be happening. That can't be happening.
You guys had a party back
how did he
there.
get
that on camera, Richie?
How did a camera and how did she end up with a camera in the TV room with Sal?
Doug wanted, well, I don't know how Sal got there. Doug wanted to do something for television where, we would all tell her what we thought as well. And she was up for it. She seemed game. And
how did it turn? Well, I don't want to know.
Stop touching the microphone. You can talk from there.
John Lieberman, what did you want to say when you were touching that mic?
Go ahead. They can hear you. Go ahead.
I know. I was just going to
What's
say,
wrong with you?
Sal followed her from the moment she left the studio.
Oh, geez.
Followed her with Greg Carmel interviewing her all the way into Howard TV.
Of course.
And Sal tried to show her how to do a jumping jack, and she couldn't replicate how Sal was doing it. So Sal did it again in a certain way so that her breast would come out. Scott, back me up here.
Yeah.
He
They
was doing
flopped
this
right out.
freaky kind of jumping jack. And she's like a little girl. I mean, she's replicating everything Sal's doing.
Scott, who did you think was the most fired up today? Ronnie, Robin, Fred, JD? Which one?
Oh, definitely Ronnie. Ronnie was, although
fire,
JD was really into it, but he's not as vocal as Ronnie
Yes.
is. Ronnie's very vocal, and he let it be known on the air.
Were you surprised at Robin and how much the advice she was giving and how she felt?
She's got experience with that, but what the hell is that?
Dude, you felt is it Victoria's boobs?
Yeah, see,
The jock.
I didn't feel those.
Dude, I would have went for the clit, man. It's like a guy's cock, man. That's cool.
You want to feel a guy's
cock?
What? Dude, did you ever see her clit?
About?
You ever see her clit, man?
No. What is going
it's
on?
It's that long-looking thing, man. It's really cool, man. She's like freaky. I love that girl.
So you're looking for a big clit that reminds you of a penis? That's what you're saying?
Dude, it's just cool looking.
Doesn't that
It really
bodybuilder-
gives you a lot to play with.
Can you put your hand around it?
Oh my God,
Sal. Sal, what was going? We're hearing like all this
going on in here. It's not good.
A couple of things. First of all,
Ronnie just wants to jerk dicks off.
we keep hearing.
Just so you know, Victoria, I love you to death.
Hold on, guys. Sal, we keep hearing different things. Like you followed this girl out of the studio, and you went to Howard TV, and you're.
No, I didn't follow her out of the studio. I was in the hallway, and Greg Carmel was following people around to get the reactions
He just
of her
happened
tits.
to be in the hallway.
Believe me. When I saw this girl live for the first time, I don't know what happened. I couldn't think straight. I swear to God, there was something in my head. It was like somebody, like a fairy godmother, came by and just hit me with her wand, and I was like,
Yeah, it was tits.
That's called C-struck.
What is that? C-struck?
T-struck. Tit-struck.
I don't know what it was, but I saw this girl. She had these beautiful, voluptuous tits, and I couldn't think straight. I couldn't see straight. I was just in complete. It was like, the light shone down, and as she walked, I followed her into the control room. And when we got into the control room, Scott turns his shiny bald head around and shining as well because his eyes are almost popping out of his head. He goes, "Let's see you do some jumping jacks." And I'm like, "Yeah, jumping jacks, great
Wait a
idea."
minute.
And then he
No.
takes out money. Then Ronnie takes out money, and then she says. Then Scott says, she says, "Explain to me a jumping jack." So I was so worked up.
Oh, you're
when I did a
innocent
jumping
here.
jack, I hit the back of my hand on the fucking shelf. My thumb is still killing me over it. Then she started doing jumping jacks, and I still was like in that phase. And I turn my head, and I see Gary, and it's just like, you know, the record stopped on the jukebox. Come over. So
Sal,
I
did you
walk out
take-
with Gary.
Did you take her bikini top? I saw you
I was
take
handed
it.
the bikini top.
Did you hang it in your room?
Greg Carmel came in with the bikini top to my room, and I hung it up. It's back in the control room now.
Hey,
so Gary grabs me and like, woof. I'm like, wow. I'm following Gary, but I'm in such a daze. It's like almost being in a car accident. Not exactly what's going on. That's how powerful these tits were. And I sat down in my office and I just reflected on everything. And I said, Jesus Christ, Gary saved my life. Because I don't know. I mean, I was ready to go nuts with this.
When Gary
this
pulled you
situation.
out, were you happy that he was doing it? Or
I
were you-
didn't know what was going on at that moment.
Wait,
He
when you
pulled me
s-
out. Like I was following him. I knew to follow him. And when I sat down and I took a breath, when I sat down and took a breath, I said, you know what? I got to thank Gary. Not that I mean, I wouldn't have done anything crazy, but
what
it
would
was
you have
it was turning into a crazy frat
But what would
party.
you have done?
Right.
I mean, you said you
well,
would have
at that
gone
moment,
crazy.
if Doug Goodstein would have said, do something crazy, you know, if I would have gotten the thumbs up, the green light, who knows? You know, before you know it, I'm playing distance in my pouch with a bikini
So
top.
you were just there to participate, observe, like DePace and Goodstein were telling you what to do, and that's what you followed
Yeah,
orders?
it was a group of us guys, and things just evolved naturally.
Who told you to go on the floor?
On the floor.
Yeah, you were on the floor
Nobody
looking
told me
up
to
her
go on the
skirt.
No, I was checking the straps on her shoes. I like
Yeah.
Asshole. You're such an idiot.
Yeah, no one told you to do
Get a
that.
nice buckle on her shoes.
Sal, I understand that you were in some kind of haze.
I did not. The thing is this. The bottom line is that.
Not saying you did anything wrong.
I
by the
wouldn't
way.
have. When I say gone crazy, I don't know. It's not like a rape wouldn't have gone down. I mean, it's not like that. She was having fun. The guys wanted to see her do jumping jocks. Ronnie's whipping out money. Scott's whipping out money. The only thing that was missing was the champagne room and a waitress.
I mean, I would. This is how it would have gotten weird. Like he was in such a daze. I figure now. Like somebody could have said, "Hey, you know what Kelsey's favorite part of the show was? She loves Guess What's in My Pouch." And before he could even think about it, his pants would have been down.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I thought I was, you know, because of the situation with the cameras, the green light, her doing things, doing jumping jacks, Scott whipping out money. I'm like, all right, it's turning into a no holds barred type of situation.
Yeah, we can't have that.
Yeah, we can't, and that's why I know we can't, and we won't, just for the record. And I was standing there innocently when Gary gave me the finger, like, come over here, you. And I gracefully went, and then I thanked Gary for, because I was in a different state of mind. Her tits are hypnotic.
But you're saying that Gary
They're like
saved...
Vicodin. They're like ecstasy. When you see those tits, You
she's
have
gonna
no
cut
idea. I mean,
him
I can
off,
watch
man.
my house burning down, my
Dude.
children inside. If those tits are in front of me, I'm like, all right, have a nice
All right,
day.
let me
She's
try
gonna
to take
cut him off, dude.
Let me
She's
try
gonna cut him off.
No, she should get a lobotomy. The only thing she should be cut off is her brain if she's getting rid of those tits.
Let me try to take some calls here, guys. Jim in St. Louis. Are you there?
Yeah, hey guys, how's it going? Gary, John, I love you guys. You know, I've been a huge fan of the show for about 15 years now. I'll tell you what, though, you guys have got to keep a huge set of titties in JD's hands because it was like almost instant cure for that mush mouth. He was actually speaking full sentences.
Yeah, I noticed that. When you were talking to her, you had no problems. You were extremely eloquent.
All right, I don't know.
Clearly, she's not
I
here
don't
right
remember.
now.
I don't remember what I
Titless
said.
JD.
Like
Hey,
I said,
what's going on with you that you couldn't ask her out? That's what I want to know.
well, first of all, she said she wouldn't go out
No,
with me
that was
anyway.
no before she said that.
There's something sort of going on that's
Brewing? There's something brewing?
Something is brewing.
Okay.
And, we'll see what happens.
It's going. You mean it's going to become exclusive where you can't?
I will see what happens.
All right.
It's a safety and security issue why you can't talk about
Yes.
it, correct?
Yes.
It's a safety and security issue.
Kelly in Pennsylvania, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I wanted to comment. Normally when Robin's speaking, she's very polite with her words, and you could tell she was mesmerized with these boobs because if you guys listen to her a couple times, she said, "Those, your tits are beautiful. Those are great tits." And I was shocked that she said that. I thought she'd say, your breasts are gorgeous, but the fact that, she dropped the tip word like so many times, and it was just hilarious that she wasn't. Her normal, her Robin self.
Sal, do you feel like Robin had that kind of mystique? She experienced the same thing that you were experiencing?
100%. I noticed exactly what this caller noticed. Even those tits are so magical. Like Robin, you saw a different side. She said men like when they come out. I mean, that's crazy. That's like some fat beer drinking truck driver talks that way. The fact that Robin was so mesmerized by it proves that those tits are truly magical.
I think Robin was taken with the idea that I don't think she was attracted to them, but I think she looked at them and goes, "That's what I wanted. Those are exactly what I would like to have had." And Robin had things done, and maybe they aren't exactly how the way she wanted it. But I think Robin felt, if I were born with those, that's what I need.
Well, I thought she was very upset about just cutting up the body when it's not necessary.
Well, I thought Howard and Robin were very real about which I got, which is Kelsey wants to do this because she thinks it's going to change something in her life. And I think the feeling is she's going to do this, and it's not going to really be what she wants.
Figure out what her goal was.
I think her goal is to sort of blend in, literally blend in with everybody else, and not be noticeable, and not be known as the cute girl with the big tits. Just be the cute, quiet girl.
Well, if that's her goal, it might help her.
But I think what Robin was saying is what you think you're going to get, you're not going to get. They're not cutting those down to a C. You think they're going to be unnoticeable and small, and they're still going to be a decent size, and then you'll be the girl with the big tits who had the operation that made them a little smaller.
I wonder how much it means getting the advice coming from a woman versus the guys, because Robin did get a reduction and went through this, and I wonder if it's more meaningful than JD or Ronnie or even Howard telling Kelsey what she should do.
Yeah, I really thought that point was well taken, that you think this is going to make you happy, and it might not make you happy.
And I'll tell you another thing. I'm not saying Robin's a lesbian. I know she's not. But people like to experiment, and everybody has that go-to girl if they had to do it, like we've heard other women say before.
Who's your go-to guy?
You, Gary.
No, seriously.
I don't have a go-to guy.
But everybody does.
No.
You just said it.
Yeah, girl. It's completely.
That's girls, Gary, not guys.
Different ballpark,
Don't
Gary.
help him.
No. So the thing is that I think if there was an opportunity for Robin to finally get it on with a woman, I would have to believe this is the one. You could just hear it in her voice. And I would love to pose that question to her, that did this girl turn her on, maybe perhaps get her a little moist in the panties, and perhaps if there's an opportunity for her there, I think it's this chick.
Now, to me, that sounds like a guy creating a scenario to jerk off to.
Absolutely.
He already did it.
No.
He's already done it.
And you're right,
Gary.
that's why it's red.
He's done it already.
Someone's going to be thinking of that after they use spa maps or whatever the hell.
Spa now.
Guys, a lot of you have spoken about how Kelsey just put you in this. Sal said a haze. He thinks Robin was in it. Ronnie, you raved about her. JD, you said she's fantastic. A lot of beautiful women come up here and get naked. What was it that set her apart. And girls who come up here with great tits as well. Yes, Ron.
I know why. Because she's a regular girl.
Exactly. And she's from Pennsylvania, and she's very innocent looking.
Natural.
She has no agenda.
And she was. If she had come for a Playboy evaluation,
right.
I still think people would have thought she was hot, but it would have been like, from a different angle.
Bart, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I wanted to comment that I thought the best line of the day was that when Howard had told her to grab her boobs and say that she didn't want to get rid of them, and JD threw in that little line, "Now kiss him." I freaking almost drove off the road. That was so fucking funny.
I don't think that was done for a laugh.
No, I wanted her to do a lot more than that, but I felt...
And she could do it, too.
I know. That was... I was thinking of that whenever the boyfriend came in. That's what I was thinking about.
That's a perfect example. I've seen strippers do that. You think it's just stupid and annoying. When she did it, it was charming and funny.
Yeah.
And sexy.
Hot.
So what happens next, JD? Will you follow up with her at all, or is she just going to remain a memory?
I guess. Well, I'm going to get the DVDs of her appearance today.
Whoa! What are you going to do with it?
I will enjoy it.
Jizz up another
What
T-shirt.
does that mean?
Fuck off, Sal.
What happened with
What does that mean?
What
That
happened?
You'll enjoy it.
What happened with your?
I will enjoy the relive the memory of what a good time
Yeah,
it
but
was.
if you
on
got
here.
something brewing,
Shut
man,
up.
you shouldn't be doing that.
Oh, Ronnie, shut up.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, Scott DePace dropped by to talk about what happened in the back when the woman with the large breasts was here the other day. And it boiled down very quickly to a conversation about Gary and Scott. They had with each other, they had about each other, and I'm going to use a sports cliche here. These two teams just don't like each other. Watch for yourself.
Scott, thank you for coming down.
You're very welcome.
Apparently, you've been accused of throwing Doug Goodstein immediately under the bus and misrepresenting yourself with this issue. Would you care to answer that?
I think, first of all, to say that I'm the only person that throws anyone under the bus is ridiculous.
Nobody
around
said
here.
that.
Well, to act like it is.
Nobody said that. We're saying
strange.
that in this particular instance, listen. Can I just finish it?
Go ahead.
I think when you said you were hardly involved, I think that's a huge misrepresentation.
Never said that.
Well, didn't you say to Howard this morning, look, I was hardly involved in that?
No, I did not say that. I never said that. What my deal is, I took the whole rap for your sleeping video, and I wasn't going to let that happen.
But let's
again.
talk about this.
I am. So this time, there were about 11 people involved in that yesterday.
Understood.
I may have been the ringleader, yes, but you've got Sal. You've got Ronnie.
All
Did
understood.
anyone, let me just ask, did anyone speak to Ronnie about it?
Absolutely. I spoke to
You
Sal
did?
and I spoke to Ronnie.
You did?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll tell you, I spoke to Doug on your behalf because you were doing the show. And I spoke to Sal and I spoke to Ronnie. But we're just talking about you in this case, and Howard goes, "Hey, Scott, don't do a show out there." And you could have said, hey, "Understood, Howard, it won't happen again." But you go, and Doug was there too. Doug could have stopped
No,
it.
it's not what I said, Gary. You don't listen to the show.
I listened very clearly.
What did
not
you
on this
say,
one.
Scott?
What I said was, "You're right. It was unprofessional. I won't do it again." Then he went on and said something else, and then I said, "Well, listen, I'm not the only one. Doug was." I said Doug was the one who brought her down, and we told the story again. And then I said, listen, if Doug truly thought it was a problem, because Doug tried to come off all high and mighty here, like he had nothing to do with this, and he was appalled at it. I'm just saying he was there for the whole time. He was laughing along. He wasn't a ringleader, but he certainly could have said, this is a problem.
Understood. And that's a different subject. But why do you feel the need to bring that up?
Because
Howard was talking to you about you.
I felt singled out.
You feel like you're the fall guy in this instance?
A lot of times I am.
Well, I think you were leading the charge more than anybody back
Listen,
there.
Shuli, you were in on it. You ran right in and were like,
I'm covering
jumping
the story.
jacks.
Now,
Oh,
Gary, he's
covering
sitting
the
here
story
trying
is
to
different
pin,
than
This is how delusional you are. You're trying to pin this on me. You're taking zero
I'm not
responsibility.
trying to pin it on you. I'm trying to
there
say
to cover
you're
your
partly.
mistakes. I'm
you
there to
were
cover
there
your
as well.
mistakes.
You had Will chanting. You had
Gary,
Richie
should
Wilson
I have not
chanting.
been covering that moment?
It was a whole big thing. We're trying to make some television. It's a hard place to draw lines around here. I get it. It's off the air. We shouldn't be going
Gary,
there.
his
And the
whole
money is-
argument to me about this in the first place was the only reason he did this is because Doug did a segment with her that he felt wasn't very good, wasn't strong
That's
enough.
my defense mechanism.
And so
Don't worry
he
about
felt this bit would save the shoe.
No, it was kind of stupid. Doug sitting there telling her about her boobs. No one cares.
That's okay. Let me just set the
So you
table.
went from director to producer.
Here's how this
Of course
started.
I do. I do often.
Do you understand how this started? It was
I
simple
don't.
direction like we've done maybe 1,000 times. Where a guest comes on, you get post-reaction from various people. In this case, Scott and Phelan came up, and I wanted to have Greg go around to Richard, Sal, Scott the engineer, the John Hine, I said, get Jason, get Will, get everyone, come in the control room and talk to the guys about what their opinion is of this girl. She came in, Greg came in, and I gave my opinion, and then it went from 0 to 60 real quick, and it wasn't that horrible. It was the guys just goofing around having fun. But what happened is like Sal then appeared, and then Lieberman appeared, Shuley appeared, Richie Wilson appeared, and all of a sudden it was like this might be getting a little out of control. I felt uncomfortable. Should I have said something? I knew I should have, but I also, in my head, to be totally honest, I'm like, this is show content evolving here, and I didn't want to stop it, and I didn't want to be like the father figure saying, all right, guys, stop it. She was in there. She had a smile on her face. She wasn't there, against her will.
But if I could, and Doug and I talked about this morning, she's a civilian. She's not a porn star. She's not going to have the wherewithal to walk out. And the point I'm making, Scott, I've been in your position, too, where there's some things that, it's a judgment call, and I have made the wrong judgment. But I've said, you know what, you're right. I pin it on me. I take responsibility for it. I find that you did take responsibility, but then there's always a but. Yeah, you got to make sure everyone else is in on it too.
And one thing
you were definitely the kid in school who, if a group of you got caught, you definitely didn't take the fall for the rest of them.
It was like like a frat house mentality, and it went to a place I don't think anyone really felt good about at the end. And in Scott's defense, as soon as it was over, he's like, "Oh, that might have gotten a little weird." And Sal said the same thing. He goes, "Oh, I don't know." It just.
Oh, please!
I thought the
really
pool
did.
stick went a little far.
I never got within 15 feet of her, by
But
the way.
in Scott's defense, I think a lot of guys
Well, that's
are
not true.
That is true.
I saw the video. You were you weren't 15 feet away.
She was on the other side of the producer desk, and I was back at my control panel.
It's about
The whole room isn't 15 feet long.
12 feet.
No, you were like within 7 or 8 feet of her.
Scott,
it doubled the fucking length.
Scott, what I heard in
It is easily 12 feet.
Scott,
We'll measure it.
what I heard in the back, what people are taking issue with is today when you went on air with Howard, you were telling a different story than what you told yesterday. Is that fair?
I don't understand that. Explain it.
Well, I don't have to explain. It's just what I said. Some
What
people are saying,
story?
like, why is Scott saying this and not taking responsibility and all that stuff?
The very first thing I said was, you're right, it's unprofessional, and I'm usually pretty good at that professional line.
Again,
I don't
this is
take
something-
pictures. I don't talk to guests.
No,
I'm
I get
not that guy.
but and
I
everything
crossed
you
the
said,
line.
everything you said was right. The thing I thought was funny was then there was a but.
Because he kept going, and I just wanted to say, listen, you're singling out me. Howard was the only one he talked about on the air was me. He didn't talk about Sal. He didn't talk about
Right, and I
anyone else.
was dealing. But did you know that I? By the time
I
you brought it up,
didn't.
did you know that I'd spoken to Doug?
No.
So Doug hadn't had a chance to talk to you yet.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Have you heard the audio from this? Like
I have the audio of it.
It's
you're
not a
screaming,
gangbang.
No, it's not, but it's
you're
you- you're
leading
the ringleader.
charge. Like maybe you didn't.
It was
maybe-
my turn. We had interviewed. Doug had already been interviewed. The camera pointed towards me. It was my turn, and that's what I just was. That's what I came up with to be fun for the guys on the TV show. Have her tits bounce up and down. No big deal. I even told my wife about it yesterday, and she said, "Oh, I don't think."
No, I'm not giving you a hard time about what you did because it's easy to make these decisions in hindsight. I understand what you were going for. 99% of the time, you got it right. Yesterday it wasn't right, and you guys sort of understand that. So I'm not giving you a hard time about any of that.
If everyone-
but it is funny that it's like you always brought up another person when. So what? So
because
just let him
last
go on
time
and let it finish.
I took the fall 100% for your whole thing with the sleeping. And I find
You did not take the fall. You
I
brought up Doug's
absolutely
name
did.
every time it comes up.
Yeah, but you've never once acknowledged that. So
I'm telling you now, you bring up Doug's name every time it comes up.
yeah,
I'm
but
acknowledging
you've never
it.
acknowledged that he was the ringleader. I wasn't.
I told Gary
and
straight to his
somehow,
face I was.
Yeah, but still to this day, I'm the bad guy. So I wasn't going to let that happen again.
We could go around in this in circles forever.
And we will.
You and I discussed it. I didn't discuss it with Doug. I discussed it with you. I'm not the only one who brought this up. This isn't just me saying. It's so funny that when you get the spotlight on you, you immediately lash out at others.
Because again, that spotlight was only on me, at least.
So
that
what?
I thought.
So let it blow by and let it go over.
I'm not that. I'm not that much of a wussy.
There's a lot of times where I take a lot of shit.
I fight back.
There's a lot of times where I take a lot of shit for other people. Sometimes
Gary, every time something's wrong, you go, "Oh, it's Sal, it's Richard,
not true.
Oh, it's Will. Jason just told me this." that you never take the fall.
It's not true.
I've never heard it once.
That's not true.
In fact, ever since you've been saying that, whenever it does come up, and you automatically, I comment.
If somebody made a mistake, I will say that they made a mistake.
Scott told me he looked at it. Richard told me he heard the cue points.
That's what happened. A guy gives Howard goes, "What happened?" I gave it to Richard, and Richard said it was fixed. And it wasn't. This is not the same thing.
Howard says,
Scott, this
Gary,
is not the same. Hold on.
This thing is
this
broken,
is not the same thing,
and you
know
the finger at one of those.
But you're talking about fact versus. This is not the same thing in any way.
Fiction.
It's a fact. It is a fact that Richard listened to it. It's a fact that Sal listened to a bit.
It is a fact
and I trusted
that
him
Doug
to do
was in the room yesterday, and Doug could have
It's a
stopped
fact
it.
that doesn't need to be brought up. Howard will go exactly who was responsible for this.
Well, Scott, in your mind, does Doug have responsibility to tell you to stop doing something?
Listen, it was in my head and it was on the tip of my tongue, and I.
But do you
made the wrong decision.
But
I should have.
In Scott's mind, by you being there, is that like a tacit?
It's almost like you can't win, because if I stopped it, I would have been the father figure stopping.
So
me. Then
what? You are the father figure.
I know.
I don't understand.
That's exactly what Gary did to Sal.
Yeah, I don't understand why you feel bad about being the father figure. Sometimes you do need dad to some of these guys.
Horrible, where it was like the guys were like, physically touching her. And they were. I'm looking at it like Sal's doing goofy shit. It's going to be good for radio. It's going to be good for TV. It just went. It just kept going. It escalated. There was only listen. When Scott was first doing his thing, it was just him.
Does it bother you? Does it bother you on any level that
it was six
Scott
people
brought you up?
chanting?
No. I'm saying it piggybacked really quickly.
But does it bother you that Scott brought your name up after all was said and done?
No, it doesn't actually. It doesn't. I see what I see his point. I do see his point. I might be the only one, but I see where he's saying, and because I said right after, I go, I should have stopped. I should have just said something, But then again, when I see our cameras there were two of our cameras, Shuley and Lieberman with the microphones. I'm like,
yeah, but you're saying like we're around there like it's a special occasion. That's our job is to be back there and to cover things. So I don't understand why.
So if
we're
I pulled a gun out, you would have stopped me, surely. If you would have just reported it. I mean, like in other words, you have nothing to do. If you truly thought
was I the one
wrong,
yelling $5?
Yeah,
was I the one taking money out of my pocket and handing it to her? No,
when
you were.
Said,
how would you have $5 here?
And I said I got to go to the
bank.
bank.
I said do jumpy jacks, you go jumpy jacks. All right,
play the tape and let me hear me saying that, and I'll give you $100.
I watched the tape.
Now, surely what I think Scott's saying here is you're kind of having it both ways. You're reporting, but you're also being a part of it.
He's the fucking guy from Titanic, the Billy Zane, where he fucking stiff arms women and children to get to the lifeboat first. He doesn't give a shit
that's a strange
about
analogy.
no, because it's accurate. If you were drowning and somebody came to rescue you, you'd fucking pull them down with you.
That's what it is. We're bald.
You just can't take responsibility. You're a pussy. You sit here, you talk about manning up. Manning up would say, you know what, Howard? I fucked up, and then not following it with a but. That's it. I fucked up. End of story. That's manning up.
Well, apparently you think like Gary does.
Paul in Michigan.
I tell them all to fuck off. They're all a bunch of fucking liberals.
You're right, man. You're right.
But Paul, what does liberal have to do with this? Isn't a political discussion.
Gary, shut up. You fucking constantly pile on Scott. You all pile on Scott because of his fucking politics.
But this has nothing to do with politics in any way, shape, or form.
Gary, but Gary, no matter what situation, you automatically dislike him because he's an easy target. It's like all the dogs piling on the fucking rabbit and killing the rabbit.
I can promise you, Paul. I can promise you that Scott and I are diametrically opposed in politics. And it has nothing to do with this discussion.
Scott, do you feel like your politics has anything to do with this?
No. But I think that there is something to that I'm a target, I guess, and that might stem from our political discussions. But I think it's at least that's how I felt this morning. I hadn't known that he had talked to Sal or Ronnie, but I could have swore Ronnie wouldn't be a target, and I'm glad to hear that he was.
Does anyone know what party Kelsey's registered at?
No.
Sam in Arizona, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, John, just want to say I love your show. Sam Simon's a fucking asshole, but that's a conversation for another time. Scott, as a man, how the hell, I've never known an adult male be so unable to take responsibility for his own actions. The whole point of the
you've never worked here, pal.
Oh, what, here? Are there different rules here?
It's very easy around here. You guys all point fingers at times to me, and I'm just
and you
not
point
them
too. But listen, you're a big finger pointer too. We're all guilty.
And everyone throws everyone under the bus.
Right.
So
you're
to
saying
single me out
of-
that I'm the only one who does this is crazy.
So you're
We
saying
didn't say
outside
that.
of this job, you take responsibility for things? Because I see that happening 24/7. If it's happening here, I don't think the job has anything to do with it. That's a character flaw. That's you.
But Sam, finish what you were going to say.
Scott, none of these conversations would go on and on and on if you just said, you know what, my bad, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. The reason this conversation's going on is because you can't say, you know what, I'm taking responsibilities for my own
Maybe I'll
actions,
go
not
to
everybody else's.
I'll go to some
That's
therapy.
all you got to say.
Let me go to some therapy to figure it out, and I'll become a better person.
You think therapy's stupid, don't you?
By the way,
Do you?
I'm
Not for
very
everyone.
conservative. That last caller was a moron. I don't know how politics has anything to do with it. But frankly, Benji does the same thing as well. Benji
Yes.
can't take responsibility.
Everyone does.
But instead of blaming
Everyone.
other people, he just dances around the issue.
That's right.
But Scott, honestly, as a man,
right, I've
you
had
can't
enough of you.
just say.
Okay, I'll give you-
can't
Scott,
Just say it's my bad.
No,
you can't
but-
just say it's my bad.
I
and leave it
did
at
say that, and that was my first sentence.
But it's got to start and end there, or else it doesn't work.
Well, you know what?
I was wrong, but doesn't work unless it's just I was wrong. And by the way,
Gary,
I'm going to give you an
I'll
example.
learn. I'll learn through time. It's,
I'm going to
it's
give
coming.
you. I'm going to give you an example. A couple of weeks ago, Howard gave me a hard time because I didn't tell the guest that Robin's not in the studio, right? And I blame nobody but me.
You shouldn't have.
But I'm just
it
saying,
was your
but
fault.
you're saying I never.
That's different.
You're
That's
saying
not even a good analogy.
It's a permanent.
That
I
would
took
mean
responsibility.
that would mean if Will was the guy who talked to all the guests and Howard yelled at you. That's the difference. I'm saying there were more than one person. You were the only one involved.
But you're
in
saying
the
I
guests.
never take responsibility for what I do wrong, and I did that wrong, and I
If
took responsibility.
Howard came to me and said you cut the show like shit yesterday, I'd say sorry, and I'd figure it out. I wouldn't blame my camera guys or Doug.
So give an example. I mean, you say it happens a lot. Give an example when Gary didn't take the bullet and passed it on to someone else.
I just did a whole bunch. Like last time we did one of those games that is
Howard goes,
wrong
what's,
half of the
what's
time.
wrong? And I go, Howard, here's what I know.
He goes,
I
Gary,
go,
this is...
Listen, here's what I know, Howard. I gave it to Sal. Sal said it's ready to go. I listened to it, and it sounded good. I don't know what happened. And then Sal goes, oh, I changed something. So what am I supposed to say? Yeah, Howard, I'm a fucking idiot.
Well, maybe you should not trust Sal anymore and check his work.
And that's what's happening.
Okay.
But I'm saying that you were part of a group. As opposed to like at some point I have to trust the people
You
that I
got
work
it
with.
now. I was part of a group. Now you're
Right,
getting
you're part of a group, and you want to make sure everybody else in the group has a spotlight on them, no matter how high or low.
Because I was singled
no matter
out at that
how
point.
high or low the responsibility level is. And if you want, I'll play a clip that shows your responsibility
Play whatever
level
you want.
is quite high.
Hey, I said I was the ringleader. I never said I wasn't.
So just take it and fucking
Right,
move
like
on.
who came up out of the group? Who came up with the idea to get her to do jumping jack?
I did.
Okay, end of story. You're responsible. Done.
Now, does it bother you that Jason's tweeting this as it plays
He's
out?
a fuckface. Well, I mean, he's a loser. I don't. Whoever is actually on his list should be ashamed of themselves because it's just stupid. Why would you waste your day with that?
Stop touching that microphone. What is wrong with you? Go ahead. Go ahead. Jesus
Was that a drop?
Christ, you're worse than short.
No, I was just saying, Scott, you just told me that. How many followers do you think Jason has?
I was joking. I said 10, but
How many do you think he
he
has?
probably has 20,000, 30,000, whatever the fuck it is. They're all idiots. They're all idiots. They're all
How
stupid.
many, John Lieberman?
I think he has about 45,000. I think somewhere in that
Who
ballpark.
would be sad enough to admit that they follow Jason?
Well, some people find him interesting. There's a lot of listen. I feel the same way about
I don't wanna
people
live
I
on the
don't like,
same
but I
planet
understand
as
why
those
somebody would follow them.
Well, there's no room for those people in my life. So I
You
could
like
care
me,
less.
and I
You're
follow
just all
Jason.
about tolerance.
Those are our fans. They're in our life.
So I'm trying to pull back a little bit here because at the core of this is, Gary, you're saying Scott takes responsibility but always blames somebody else. Scott, you're saying Gary really does the same thing.
Yeah.
But essentially what's at the heart of this matter is you two just don't like each other anymore. And to me, it kind of bums me out.
Why?
Because I like both of you. And
So like us both.
I do. It's not going to change how I feel, but you guys can't get past
Let's all go
what
away
happened.
for a weekend and maybe you can patch us.
No,
back
I mean, you
together.
can't get past what happened. And Gary, I know you feel betrayed, and Scott, you feel unfairly categorized.
I'm going to say
there,
something, and I genuinely, Scott, am not trying to hurt your feelings. I think that whatever was going on between us started before the sleeping incident. I started to find some things about him that I just didn't think we were the same, and I started to find some things about him that I didn't like. And it wasn't just political.
Do you agree, Scott?
I mean, I think politics are where a lot of it stemmed from, but I think that Gary's.
Say it, man. Say what you feel.
We've never been close.
I thought we were closer for a certain period of time.
We just said you didn't.
It definitely was.
No,
before,
I'm saying that before the sleep incident happened, I was starting to feel some things about you that I didn't like. But before that, I thought we were better friends than we are.
You guys' tension definitely goes back at least to the beginning of Sirius.
I would say within a couple of years of being here is when I started to feel, unfortunately, I think where Scott and I started to go bad was when we parked at the same garage and we would walk here in the morning and we would have these conversations, and I think I get to know you a lot better.
Gary would say little things like he leased a car, and I said, oh, that's funny. I had a friend who was telling me that leasing is the wrong thing to do, and he took offense in that. He was like,
no, I'm not.
Who would say that? That's stupid.
See, I would go back. I can tell you.
Like
I can tell
minutia
you
like that.
I could tell you a particular comment that really made me not like you. If you want to hear it.
Wow.
No, and he knows what it is. Do you know
right?
what it's about? Can you guess?
Politics.
No, it was about my father.
Oh man.
I was talking in the studio.
Did he lease a car?
No, I was talking in the studio.
Hold on, let Gary talk.
I was talking in the studio off the air when my dad was sick, or maybe when he was sick, or right around the time that he died. That it was a shame because my dad really didn't have much money left, and it was something about the health insurance, how it didn't cover anything like that. And Scott made like a really glib comment about like, well, maybe he should have prepared better.
Well, no, hold on. That is very simplified, but listen,
in the ballpark.
I can tell you a comment that made me not like you.
Go ahead.
So we were golfing. You were generous enough to take us golfing
Right.
up to the course up in where you live, and you.
But here's the funny thing. I just told you something that bothered me, and you really moved it to the side to tell me what I did wrong.
Well, this
but
is
you didn't
actually
really deal with it.
It's kind of the same thing.
Okay.
So it was a healthcare thing, had to do with your mom,
Right.
and the statement that you made, which I don't know if I should say it here, but it was about her, how much money she had left, and the place you were going to put her, and the gall of those people to want it. Do you remember what I'm saying?
No, I didn't think there was any gall of them to want it.
Yes,
they were entitled
that's
to
what
it.
you said. You had said, I can't believe that this home wants to take the rest of her money. And I said, what would you rather have the government pay for it? And you said yes.
Well, I think that when somebody works really hard for a living and they have no money left, I think the government should pay for it. I'm a believer in like the FDR government stuff.
That's a little different. I mean, we just have that. But if that's what makes you not like me, I never said anything.
You sort of implied that my father did a shitty job in life.
No.
But that's how it came across. But you can be like that.
It's really hard to go back right now.
You can be
Gary,
very abrasive and not know it. Like, I don't think you meant it that way, but it certainly came off that way.
No, and I wouldn't. There's a general notion. I don't believe the government is responsible for things like healthcare. And you think it's a right. I don't. And it's that simple. So if a disagreement in politics is going to be what is between us.
But it wasn't a disagreement in politics. You made a direct comment
about politics.
You made a direct comment about my dad.
It was a political statement. It wasn't. Well,
really I didn't get the memo.
Well, you
that
should.
It was a political statement.
See, it went from politics to personal very quickly, I think, between you guys. And also, I think you used to have a level of mutual respect that went away.
Well, I think he does a good job. I do think he does a good job. I don't think he respects me. I think he respects me as a producer, but I think he likes to say he doesn't when he gets painted into a corner. But I think he has lost respect for me as a person on some level, but that's okay.
Do you think Gary does a good job, Scott?
Yeah, and I've said that. You've asked me whether I could do his job, and I said some parts of it I could and other parts I couldn't. I know that.
Well, it's just, I mean, Ronnie, it always seems contentious between these two, no matter what the topic is.
Well, Scott's an angry man.
Oh, I'm the angry
He
one.
is. He's a very angry person.
You're the angry guy.
No, at least
you're the one who says "fuck you" to everyone in the hall.
Yeah, but I could have a
Was that an
conversation
act?
with somebody and actually fight it out. You right away, man. It's like even if you're not fighting with the person, you're
been in a
angry
place
at them.
where so many-
you're angry,
so many
man.
opinions,
You're
so many-
such an
just-
angry
just-
man. Well,
Just
why are you
shut-
like that?
I am not. You've got to see me. My daily life outside this place, I'm
Well,
nothing
that's
but
it.
smiles.
Stop
Who
right
would
now.
nothing but smiles?
That's
My friends.
That's the point, Gary.
Plenty of them.
Outside this place, I believe Scott doesn't like anybody here. Really,
It's not true.
I think he
Like,
likes.
Ronnie, just because I'm not into strip clubs and yelling
dude,
out
that's
loud
got nothing to
on
do with it.
purpose,
Why do you have to bring
you
that
get a
up?
couple
That's
of
got no-
beers
that's
and you
got
just got to
nothing to
start
do with it.
yelling. That's not my type of
that's
humor.
That's
I don't get
got
that.
nothing to do with
and,
it,
And
Scott.
some of your other friends, don't.
My friends, I don't hang out with them there.
I'm not on the same page with them either. Like Phelan, we don't jive like that.
What is wrong with you, man?
What is wrong with you?
Right away, you bring up the first thing you bring up too is like, Because I don't hang out at a strip club. Dude, I don't hang out at a strip club
That
every
was your
fucking
life
night.
for fucking years. It was
What are you
every
talking
night all
about?
about
Every
scores
day.
and strippers and whoa and screaming.
Yeah,
And
so what? It's a fucking part of the show
And when I
here.
did show up at scores, all I would hear is you and Phelan screaming and screaming. And it's like, oh my gosh.
And what were you doing? What were you doing?
I was sitting there with a fucking stripper and having a good meal and drinking a beer like you should be doing.
Okay.
Not just screaming to a false sense of fun or something.
False sense of fun.
You think Ronnie's faking that?
Well, no. It was like he was trying to be. Somehow he heard that if you're loud, you're going to be. Everyone's going to think you're fun.
And you know the same thing. I heard it down when I was moving the car into the building just now. I heard the same shit about what went on yesterday in your control room. That's your control room, dude. You ran the fucking deal in there that went down yesterday. I came in at the end of it. I hear, hey, who's going to put up $5 to see this girl's boobs not pop out or pop out? That's when I walked into it.
Hey, you know what? I just watched the tape. You're out in the hall with a big smile. You hear jumping jacks are going to happen. You run down there to be part of it.
Because I heard
and right
you
away
yelling.
you're whipping out money.
I heard
I took a still today of you whipping out $5.
Yeah, when you were yelling, hey, who's going to put up fucking money?
You hypnotized him.
You know?
Next.
Did you know Ronnie felt this way about you?
No, I still don't even know how he feels about me. What did he say?
I think he thinks you're angry.
Oh well, listen. That's
I
again,
think he
the
thinks.
pot calling the
I
kettle
think
black.
he doesn't.
This
care.
is the
He
angriest
doesn't give
guy.
a shit. No, he doesn't give a shit about how he feels about anybody here. He doesn't care if he's friends with
Why?
or what
Because I
anybody
don't want to
thinks.
go to Queens again, like you always say, go
that's not
bowling on a
I'm
Friday
not
night.
only talking about me.
I don't
I'm
want to
talking
do
about
that.
Everybody. I'm talking about everybody here.
Listen,
You
Will,
fight with- you
Will
get-
and I
you get
hang
in
out.
fight-
He
yeah,
lives
Will
near
and
me,
you,
and that's
because
that.
he lives around the corner from you.
Yeah, so
and he
what's
plays
wrong
golf.
with that?
If Will lived on Long Island, would you go across
Does
the
Howard
bridge?
go bowling with you?
If
I
Will
don't
lived-
know what Howard
if
does.
Will
That's
lived
not
on Long Island, would you go across the bridge on a Friday night to see him?
Like once a year, maybe. Yeah.
See, that's a big step for him. Once a year is.
I've went to Doug's house. I used to go to Jackie's parties. I'm at an older point in my life, Gary. Would you, if I had a party and you and I were still friends, would you come all the way down to Chatham?
Absolutely.
Bullshit.
No, I would.
Bullshit.
I would. I wouldn't come. No, but hold on a second, Scott. I wouldn't come down there every week, but I absolutely would come to your party.
Well, first of all, no one's had a party, so it's a bad example. But
Maybe you should throw one.
Can't you?
I've
keep telling
invited
me
him to block parties that I've had. He's never fucking come.
If you threw a
Oh God! Like when I fucking go hang out at a comedy club and
No, block
and
parties at
listen
my
to
house,
you,
dude.
listen to you screaming at chicks about
Dude, I'm
how
not
take your
talking
top
about-
off. Oh yeah, I want to see that.
Hello? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about block party, a real block party.
What,
on
the
a
one where
block.
you jumped in the bouncy house?
Yeah,
That
well,
one?
what the hell's it's you say it's about having a good time. I think everybody was having a good time. I don't know if you have the same kind
Maybe
of
there was
good time.
maybe there was
your
a
good
round of
time,
golf
Your good
that
time
day.
is
Sorry.
drinking 28 beers and playing 18 holes.
That sounds great.
Okay?
Scott, if you had a party here, like who would you invite? Who would you want to be there? Be honest. You're
nobody
always
from
honest.
here, probably.
Hold on, Ronnie. Let him answer.
Just Will. No, I would invite all of the Howard TV people. I would invite you. Well, I would invite everyone, but who would I
No,
want
who would
to go?
you want to invite?
You, all the Howard TV people, Will, Benji. I'd want Ronnie to be there, actually. I do like Ronnie, but now he doesn't like me, but that's
I
fine.
didn't say I didn't like you.
Let's see.
Why would you want Ronnie to be
I'd
there
want
based on
Howard to
everything?
come.
Based on everything you just said, why would you want Ronnie to be there?
I don't even know what he's even talking about. So I don't believe whatever he's saying is that genuine. I don't think we've
I
ever
do.
had a problem.
I think there's other people who believe it too, but they just won't
Well,
open
they're
their
all the
fucking
same
mouth.
fucking people.
They won't open
They're
their
the same
mouth.
fucking people. You talk to two people here.
No, not two people. I'm sorry, not two people.
Well, whatever. I'd want.
Why is it so shocking to you? Because you don't seem to care. I'm just going to ask, why is it so shocking to you? Some people may not like you because you really don't seem to care.
Because honestly, this is a very small part of my life. I have a great situation
no, I get
going
that.
on where I'm at.
That's you rationalizing it. Why are you
No,
so
it's not me
surprised by
rational-
it?
Oh, why am I surprised?
You're like, why do you think it can only be two people?
Because I don't see it day to day. I don't see that from the people I work with. I mean, there are auxiliary people that, I'm not that close with. We don't hang out. But I don't think that they hate me. I think there's a couple of guys that would have an issue. And that's just because I've not wanted to go listen to them scream at a bar or go bowling. I don't know. Who the fuck cares?